Time now for letters to leave. Do you think the Grey Cup should be held at Winnipeg Stadium? Shouldn't it be indoors at Vancouver or Toronto in alternating years? Thank you to Paul Baer for the letters.
Paul, I couldn't agree with you more. I have two reasons. They cannot get the highest gate receipts here having it in Winnipeg, and obviously the second one is the weather could be brutal. I agree with you 100%. Toronto or Vancouver until Winnipeg gets a dome stadium, and I don't see that happening too soon.
You never did like cold weather football. Any thoughts or comments? Drop us a line. CFL Questions, 1155 Leslie Street, Don Mills, Ontario. Pete?
That'll do it on this week on the CFL Report. The BC Lions and the Winnipeg Blue Bombers coming up next. Local blackouts in effect. Check your local listings.
TSN presents the world.
This is the NFL.
This is big. Man, this is where you win a game, right here. This is why you lift all them weights.
Hurry it up. Hurry. You better hurry.
Pick it up! Pick it up!
Touchdown! This is it, right here.
Come on!
Jeff!
I'm Ken Singleton.
And I'm Dave Van Horn. Get ready for more baseball action this Thursday. The Expos battle the Pirates live from Three Rivers Stadium.
Blue Bombers are first in the CFL's East Division. Bombers, the only team in the league which has given up fewer than 100 points. And one of the big reasons, of course, is linebacking. Fourth-year veteran Greg Battle, 16 unassisted tackles, 18 assists. Tyrone Jones, 16 tackles, and he leads the Bombers with 4 quarterback sacks. And James West with a team-high 19 unassisted tackles. That's a trio that would scare any quarterback. And tonight, the quarterback who must deal with it is Doug Flutie. He takes over for Rick Foggy, who struggled last week and gave way to veteran Joe Powpow, who will be the backup to Doug Flutie tonight. The Lions will have their work cut out for them as they get set to battle the league's stingiest defense. Meanwhile, the Winnipeg Blue Bombers must get a good effort from quarterback Tom Burgess if they hope to beat the Lions tonight at Winnipeg Stadium.
Molson CFL Game of the Week on TSN. An exclusive presentation of Molson Canadian. What beer's all about.
And the Winnipeg Blue Bombers from Winnipeg Stadium on a glorious summer evening, a temperature of 29 degrees Celsius. The wind has picked up a little bit and it's gusting, but the turf is dry, the field's terrific, 25,000 on hand. And we're ready for a great football game. Good evening. Welcome to Winnipeg Stadium. I'm Peter Watts. The Bombers have been a pleasant surprise to a lot of their fans this year. Tom Burgess has been very steady at the quarterback position, despite the fact he's joined the team just a week or so before the regular season started. The Lions have struggled defensively, have made a lot of changes. John Wells and Lee Pedersen talk about that.
Well, Peter, the Blue Bombers go after their 4th win of the season. It is a surprise to a lot who watch Canadian football. But offense really hasn't been a big story for Winnipeg, and tonight they'll go without James Murphy and Warren Hudson, 2 of the keys on offense.
Well, they'll miss Hudson for his blocking ability, and he was leading the club in receiving, John. But, you know, they still got Eric Streeter and Perry Tuttle and Rick House. So, I mean, they've still got a good receiving group, but, you know, it's the same old story. Great defense, no offense in Winnipeg.
Tom Burgess is mentioned as the starting quarterback. He has thrown some touchdowns, but he's also thrown a few too many interceptions.
Well, I think it's taken time for Tom to get used to the receivers around him, and, of course, now it's going to be tougher with Murphy and Hudson out. But, you know, he's been a good one, and last year he had 22 touchdowns and starting only 9 games for Saskatchewan, so his abilities speak for themselves.
Larry Couhart's the head coach of the BC Lions, says that his best linebacker is in the lineup tonight. He welcomes back Doug Tank Landry. That should make a difference to the BC defense.
Well, I think it really will. They need the Tank who led the league in tackles in 1989 and had some personal problems. They are behind him, we hope, and he will start at middle linebacker. And on the outside, Willie Pless is back. He came in the Dunnigan trade, of course, from the Toronto Argonauts. He is a good one. And, John, the linebackers in secondary have to be good because the front four, while they are not a good group yet, have not put any pressure on quarterbacks. That has been the sore spot for them.
I guess biggest problem for the BC Lions up front is the fact that no one has been able to stay in the lineup for very long. There are new faces up there. We'll tell you about those as we carry on from Winnipeg tonight. Peter?
All right, guys, thank you so much. It'll be a great football game here this evening. The Winnipeg Blue Bombers and the British Columbia Lions. The kickoff is next from Winnipeg.
Deep in the woods of Canada, you'll find many species of wildlife. The moose, the wolf, the fox, the loon, the beaver, and the skunk. You'll also find genuine Canadian beer. Molson Canadian, what beer's all about.
Sie müssen uns den Bericht so schnell wie möglich senden, weil einer...
When you need a courier with connections to the EMS worldwide network, who are you going to call? You've got your priorities straight.
I know it's Saturday. We had a small fire, and I need the duplicate discs Monday.
When you need a courier who's always there, who are you going to call? You've got your priorities straight.
It's smoother than glass, smoother than ivory, twice as smooth as Teflon. You've never felt anything smoother. Introducing the remarkable new blue Ultra Glide strip on the Wilkinson Sword Ultra Glide blade. In a recent test, men preferred Ultra Glide to Gillette. Ultra Glide from Wilkinson Sword. It's smoother than...
All the action is at home, and Expos Baseball steps to the plate on TSN. Join Dave Van Horn and Ken Singleton with the play-by-play as TSN covers the excitement of more than 20 regular season games. The Expos challenge the Pirates in the second of a two-game series. The battle for the top of the NL East continues as the Expos and the Pirates take to the field. Live Thursday, 7:30 Eastern. Look for television's best baseball schedule here on TSN.
Tonight in Winnipeg, BC's Louis Passaglia goes after the all-time points record in pro football, and the Bombers chase their fourth win of the season. BC at Winnipeg, the TSN game of the week here tonight. The referee this evening, Jacques Decarie, who has served 20 years in Canadian football. He's from Montreal, and there's the able assistants who will back up the head referee at Winnipeg Stadium tonight. Now, Lou Passaglia usually kicks off for the BC Lions, but he has been bothered by a muscle problem in his upper thigh, so it is Rick Ryan doing the kickoffs and the long field goals for BC tonight. Passaglia after the all-time points record in pro football. We are underway in Winnipeg. And this is Steve Zatilny on the return. Number 20 gets out across the 40 to the 42.
Boy, everywhere you look around the CFL, there's a Zatilny now. This is great. 22 yards on that return for young Steve.
The veteran Bomber offensive line with Rhoda Huskers and Walby at the tackle spots on the outside. Streeter on one side, and a newcomer by the name of Lee Hull in relief of James Murphy. Tuttle and House inside. Burgess the starting quarterback. Mims and Cochran are the starting running backs for the Blue Bombers here tonight. It is 1st and 10 Winnipeg at the 42. Burgess to the far side and has number 71 Lee Hull. Newcomers up front defensively for the BC Lions include Jolson, Henry, and Warren. McCready has been there for a couple of games. The veteran linebackers in tandem with Pless, Landry, and Tony Visco. The secondary with Major and Jefferson on the corners, Drawhorn and Watson the halfbacks, and Ryan at safety. 2nd and 8. Burgess dumps this one off. And Robert Mims did not see it coming.
That's where they missed Warren Hudson. They had great success so far in their first 4 games running the screen to Warren Hudson. Just to fill you in, he pulled a calf muscle this week in practice, and a couple of days ago, as a matter of fact, and just it was not healed enough to go tonight. James Murphy caught a ball in practice and split the skin between his middle and ring fingers. He required some stitches, and as you might assume, that's a little too painful to play tonight.
Bob Cameron with a great average, but he's going into a rather stiff breeze at Winnipeg Stadium. Good kick, it hangs up. And on the return, this is Jefferson. Jefferson gets a break and a couple of blocks. One man to beat. There are flags down, however, as Jefferson races to the end zone. Is this one coming back? Norman Jefferson takes it all the way, 85 yards on that kick return. But I think they're bringing it all the way back.
See, Bob Cameron, he knew that. He didn't even try to make the tackle. He saw all the flags down and said, I'm not going to get hurt when it's coming all the way back. Too bad. That was a nice return by young Norman Jefferson, a rookie from Louisiana State, 5'11", 185, but all that hard work goes for naught.
Illegal block, BC 33, first down.
It's another rookie, Mike Maresco, charged with the illegal block. Clarkson and Mills at tackle spots. Romano and Groenwagen inside. Outside the receivers, Ray Alexander and the great Larry Willis, Christensen and Tolbert. The slotbacks. Starting quarterback is Doug Flutie, and his runners will be Graham and Skinner tonight. That is Lorenzo Graham. From the 15, first down, BC. A couple of yards for Chris Skinner. And the Blue Bomber defense with 3 men up front. Gray Mikawas and Quincy Williams. Albert Williams, and then the great James West, Greg Battle, and Ty Jones. That is a great core of linebackers.
James West probably having his best season ever. I mean, quickest start for him. The secondary, they're a great group. 13 interceptions between them. Rod Hill in the corner, Les Brown, they are 2 of the tougher ones. Doug Flutie will have his work cut out getting it to the wide receivers tonight.
Gain of 3. This is 2nd and 7. Flutie over the middle, and he'll have a first down out near the 30-yard line.
And just as I say that, he hits his wide receiver, Ray Alexander, on the quick post, and Ray is such a great target at 6'4", 203, and of course you remember him from Calgary Stampeder days in 1986 when he had 88 catches for over 1,500 yards, so he will be a favorite receiver for Doug Flutie, I'm sure. Doug Flutie, you see the numbers, 5 interceptions, 3 touchdowns. He said this is the first time he's felt like a rookie in 5 pro years because he hasn't had quite the media hype that he had attached to him in the States.
A gain of 13 for Flutie and the Lions out near the 30 with a first down now. And not much running room for Lorenzo Graham that time. Check that, it's Skinner, number 20.
Chris Skinner coming over this season in a trade with the Ottawa Rough Riders for future considerations. The old futures there. Originally from Bishop's University, been around for 7 years. His best years with the Edmonton Eskimos.
I believe they marked that a gain of 2. This will be 2nd and 8. Lions at the 31 now. Flutie for Jay Christensen, who is forced out well short of a first down by Rod Hill. So the Lions will be kicking.
Winnipeg has such a tough defense to go up against 2nd and long. You can almost expect the blitz about 80% of the time 2nd and long, but they have the guys in the secondary to handle it. Rod Hill, number 10, looks like he might have been hurt a little bit on that play, but all the 5 guys back there, great one-on-one cover guys, and they're not afraid to come up and jam the receivers. Makes it very difficult and tiring for an offense over the course of 60 minutes.
Lou Pasaglia across the 23 to get a high kick away with the wind. And this is Ken Winey on the return for the Blue Bombers. Out to the 30 and up to the 32. Met there by Maresco. And number 96, Mike Henry. 9-yard return for Ken Winey after a 53-yard kick. There is a flag down at Winnipeg Stadium. We'll sort it out when we return.
Where you can feel it in your heart. about a special friend dropping you a time to spend. Gonna take it easy. Well, there's nothing halfway about this, excess of love.
Ken Winey slightly shaken up on last punt return.
First down.
This was the action at Commonwealth Stadium on Tuesday night as Week 5 began. Henry the Gizmo Williams, for the first time this year, electrifies the fans and demoralizes the Saskatchewan Roughriders with a 95-yard punt return and the trademark flip in the end zone. And the other guy who was doing a job was Tracy Ham, as usual. 4 touchdown passes on just 187 net yards through the air. 57-31. The Eskimos beat the Saskatchewan Roughriders.
Eskimo defense a big part of that victory, too, with 10 sacks.
You know, John, it was interesting. Going into that game last night in the league statistics, Edmonton was last in sacking the quarterback. Where do you think they are today?
They may be number 1.
They are number 1. They went from 9 to 19 in one night, and that front four, Stu Hill, Mike Walker finally got on track. Nice to see Big Mike back on track there, and boy, did they play well. Ken Winey, he was shaken up on the last one. How about him? 5'11", that's his height. Now get this, in university, he high jumped 7'3½". Not bad.
The penalty on the punt was against the Blue Bombers for holding, so they begin at the 19 with a 1st and 10. Robert Mims carried that time. And Brian Warren made the stop, number 95. The numbers on Burgess: 5 touchdowns, 9 interceptions. That is not quite the way the quarterback likes to see that ratio.
Well, it's not ideal, but if he can get the touchdown production up, you know, the interceptions are going to happen in this league. That's a fact of life for the quarterback up here. Just ask Dunnigan and some of the guys this year. They seem to be a lot of them.
Gain of 4. This is 2nd and 6, Winnipeg. Burgess to the far side, and he's short of the first down. Terry Cochran makes the catch. Stopped by Anthony Drawhorn. Cochran, a late addition to the Blue Bomber roster for this one tonight. He gets on the roster with Warren Hudson, the Bombers' leading pass receiver, out with a calf problem.
Have a look at Willie Pless, the fine linebacker in his 5th year in the league. First with the BC Lions from the University of Kansas, and simple zone coverage. Nothing too fancy about that, but good reaction by number 4, Anthony Drawhorn, up to make the hit and keep it short of the first down.
He was a standout on defense last week with 9 tackles. Willie Pless. So the Bombers with a 3rd down and inches to go. No question about the call. 3rd and inches. This early. Now there's a flag as Burgess carried.
I'll make you a bet, Wellesley, and I know you don't bet
not much
unless you got a chance of winning. But do you think BC was offside?
I would think they might have been a little early.
Well, then I won't make you the bet.
Offside, BC 63, first down.
Number 63 is Phil Poirier. But on 3rd and inches, the offensive team doesn't go offside very often. Blue Bomber 1st down from the 34. Still no score, and this is Robert Mims out to the 40. Rick Ryan was in on the tackle, number 8.
Nice job by that offensive line to open a hole for Robert Mims, but just as he takes the football, watch the good cut to the right here. Sees the opening, the block by Benjamin and Walby up front. Lyle Bauer, the center, and he gets into the linebacking core, and that's what's been happening so often to the BC Lions, and 7-yard pickup.
This is 2nd and 4, and Tuttle makes the catch. like Perry Tuttle as an inside receiver, don't you?
I think he's a tremendous inside receiver. He's got the size, 6 feet, 180 pounds, and tremendous quickness and ability to read the zone coverage. He gets in the hole right between the linebackers, the middle linebacker, Tank Landry there, and that's a nice job to work his way back to the quarterback. He is averaging 23.8 yards a catch this year. That is phenomenal.
This is Robert Mims. Stopped by Brian Warren.
Brian Warren getting the start for the BC Lions at the defensive end spot tonight. He spent the last 3 seasons with the Edmonton Eskimos, mostly on their practice roster. Did get into 8 games last year with the Eskimos, and of course acquired as a free agent by the BC Lions this year.
Gain of 1, 2nd and 9. Blue Bombers nearing midfield. No score so far. Burgess to the right and too high for one receiver. The other receiver made the catch far side. That was House over his head. Tuttle made the catch, but he was out of bounds.
Well, they had the right play called. House found the open spot. He's been doing that for 12 years from Simon Fraser, but Tommy Burgess overthrew him. Hard to believe into the wind. That wind is really gusting here in the first quarter into the face of Tom Burgess, but he just could not feather it in to Rick House.
Bob Cameron on 3rd down. Back near his 40. Into the wind. His first. Traveled 41 yards into the breeze at Winnipeg Stadium. And no play for Norman Jefferson down near the 21. Zeros are still up on the scoreboard at Winnipeg Stadium as the Lions and the Blue Bombers meet for the 2nd time this season.
I can't believe it. I just married a morning person.
'Cause the crisp scent opens your eyes. 'Cause your spirits start to rise. Toast is the way to bring you back to life.
The scent awakens your senses.
Hey, the honeymoon's not over.
Toast brings you back to life.
Daddy?
Yes, dear.
Is there cholesterol in these French fries?
Is there what?
You know, cholesterol.
Oh, you mean cholesterol?
Well?
No, honey. These are McCain Super Fries. They're cholesterol-free. Want some?
Daddy?
Yes, dear.
I'm glad we had this little chat.
Great tasting McCain French fries from the oven. Cholesterol-free for the whole family.
The Winnipeg Blue Bombers and the BC Lions, 2nd meeting of the season. The Lions won the 1st meeting of 1990 by a point. Our TSN game of the week. The Zeros are up so far.
Larry Rillis, the fine wide receiver with the BC Lions, has had problems all week with a rib injury. In fact, he told me before the game that he hadn't practiced all week and was going to try and give it a shot tonight starting, but after the first series, it appears as though it is a little too tender to continue, and he's on the sidelines. And that's unfortunate, John, because we were anticipating a tremendous matchup between Larry Willis and Rod Hill tonight. There was the matchup we were looking at, but at this point in time, it will not materialize.
Maybe later. Larry feels a little better. 1st and 10 for the Lions now. BC beginning at the 21. A little too long. Procedure call against Mr. Flutie. Clarkson moved a little early.
Procedure BC 67, 1st down repeat.
Now that's when Larry Clarkson doesn't just like to see his name up in lights.
I agree with you. I don't like that. That's too bad, Larry. A little more poise next time. 1st and 15. Not where you want to be against this defense. They are 2nd in the league, Winnipeg is, in total defense. They are a tough group to move the football against, let alone 1st and 10. Now when it's 1st and 15, even tougher.
Lions back at the 16. Here's the charge on Flutie. He's down. Mike Gray. Ty Jones. Will they split that quarterback?
I think they might have to share the sack on that one. They met just about the same time, but the Winnipeg defense comes with a tremendous amount of pressure. The 15th sack that they have recorded as a group this year, and I don't know, maybe Mike Gray gets about 3/4 of that one. Big Mike led the team last year in sacks. That's his second of the year. Shenley rookie in 1985.
6:33 in the opening quarter. Still no score. Zeros are up. BC and Winnipeg. This is second and long for the Lions. Flutie escapes and gets that one off to Lorenzo Graham. Graham gets good yardage, but he'll still be a little short, I believe. He needed 18.
Safety blitz, and Flutie gets it away just in time. How about Lorenzo Graham? Last week had 14 catches in their loss to the Saskatchewan Roughriders. And that time fights his way close to a first down, but not close enough for head coach Larry Kuharich to gamble at this point. In fact, it's almost 2.5 yards.
3rd and 3, Lou Pasaglia. Back at the 13. Hall carried for the Blue Bombers, number 71 on the return, out across the 40 to the 42. The Bombers end up with decent field position.
Ken Winey took a helmet in the back early in the first quarter. He's got ice on it. It's a very, very sore left hip. It may keep him out for a while and possibly the rest of the evening. He's moving, but not very well, and he tells me it's a little sore.
Tough night already on a couple of players here. Here's Tom Burgess at the controls for the Blue Bombers. Robert Mims up to the 45. Met there by Willie Pless. Mike Henry was also in on the tackle. McCready as well. Second and 7 from the Blue Bomber 46. Burgess swings it out to the near side. This is Matt Pierce, and Pierce has the first down as he crosses midfield. Tony Visco is there, number 92.
That's a nice job by Matt Pierce. Gets the blockers out in front of him. Makes a good cut right here to get away from the Tank Landry in the middle, and a nice job running the football. And of course, he is starting tonight. As we told you, Warren Hudson is out. Matt Pierce, in his second year from the UBC Thunderbirds, gets the call at starting fullback tonight.
From the 55, first down, Blue Bombers. Over the middle. This is Rickhouse, the veteran. Inside the 30. Having a good year, Rickhouse. Stopped by Jefferson after a 29-yard gain.
Good job by Tommy Burgess directing the offense here. He's going into a big win. Just throw the quick, easy passes, and Rickhouse comes from his slot back over the middle, makes a nice catch, and adds a couple moves at the end to pick up 29 yards, and they've got a nice drive going here.
First and 10, Blue Bombers now at the BC 26. Flags are down, and so is Burgess. Ball squirts loose. It is not a fumble. Ken Watson coming from his right halfback spot to make the hit on Burgess.
Well, I think that's a great idea by the BC defense. They have to be a little more reckless tonight. They haven't been putting any pressure on quarterbacks, and in fact, last in the league in quarterback sacks. So Kenny Watson gets an opportunity to come on the safety blitz.
Offside, Winnipeg number 80, decline, second down.
Eric Streeter. We got an early start. There's wide out position. Second and 10, Bombers now. Burgess time to throw. Looking for Tuttle. It's picked off on the goal line by Norman Jefferson. Jefferson has a pretty good return going after the interception. Room down the sidelines. Streeter over and finally brings him down at the 50. From the goal line to the 50,
The Lions have great field position on this turnover.
What a great job by Norman Jefferson. They sit back in his zone coverage. He reads the quarterback, reacts to the football, and makes his first interception in the Canadian Football League. And when it's all said and done, it'll be a 59-yard interception return, and the first time that BC Lions have enjoyed good field position tonight. Norman Jefferson, the last player taken in the 1987 NFL draft by the Green Bay Packers, and he made the club that year and ran special teams for them. That's an interesting story. Last player in the draft.
A break for Flutie and the Lions, and it is quickly foiled by that big Bomber defense, batted down by Mike Gray, number 52.
Mike Gray is one of the best guys in the league at doing that. You know, when he can't get in and get the pressure, he puts the big hands up, and at 6'4", 255, you know, he puts the arms up. You're looking at over 10 feet, and that's a lot of height for a 5'9" quarterback to throw over. Oh, I cut him short. He's 5'10".
5'10"?
No, he looks more like 5'9".
Sometimes they inflate those figures.
Aha. Well, they always inflated my weight.
You played at 215, didn't you?
Oh, yeah, right.
2nd and 10 Lions. Flutie. Over the middle, it's almost picked off, and it is. Daryl Sampson on the tip. Another turnover going the other way. Flags down on the return. There's a chance for the Lions to come up with the ball. Sampson's 2nd interception of the season.
That's the tip by Ken Pedway, and old tip drill takes effect. Daryl Sampson, a ball hawk back there, comes up with his 2nd interception of 1990. Oh, how you can lose momentum in a hurry. Looks like BC Lions, after their interception, great field position, turn right around and give it back to the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. 3rd year he started for the Bombers at that right halfback spot. Daryl Sampson,
illegal block, Winnipeg 72, first down.
Penalty goes against the Blue Bombers. Sampson gets the interception. Still 0-0 in Winnipeg.
If you don't like the looks of your car, shoot it. With Son of a Gun Protected from STP. If your dash looks dull, shoot it. Your seats are shot, shoot them. Your tires look flat, heck, shoot them too. Don't leave your roof a wreck. Give it some luster. Give your car high caliber protection with Son of a Gun from STP. Son of a gun. What a difference.
Our TSN Game of the Week continues live from Winnipeg Stadium now. I'm John Wells along with Peter Watts and Leif Pedersen. Just about a perfect night for football here.
What a beautiful night at Winnipeg. It was about 30 degrees today, and you know, we talked about Rick House making great catches. We've got one of the great Winnipeg slotbacks working as our spotter tonight, Gordy Patterson. Nice to see Gordy again up here.
Old teammate of yours?
Uh-huh. We were teammates in Hamilton. We had a lot of fun down there. A beautiful night in Winnipeg, and the Winnipeg Blue Bombers, after the turnover, will start deep in their own territory.
And Robert Mims is out to the 25. Gain of 5. 2:06 remaining in the opening quarter.
Robert Mims was on the non-active roster with the Bombers last year and re-signed to play for them this season, originally from Kansas University. Some NFL experience with Phoenix, the New York Jets, and the Dallas Cowboys, but all his pro experience really coming now with Winnipeg.
2nd and 5. Burgess works the draw, and that's Matt Pierce. Looks to be short of the first down. Another graduate from UBC, Matt Pierce, at 6'2", 205, getting a chance to be the starter tonight with Warren Hudson on the sidelines.
Pretty much the way the season has gone for Winnipeg. You know, they are 3-1, but they've done it through playing error-free football and playing great defense. The offense, of course, last in the league, as we told you, but a +8 in the takeaway giveaway category, and that's always an encouraging sign for a team and the reason why they are doing so well.
Bob Cameron back near his 20 to get this kick away. Not deep this time. On the return, Darrell Wallace, and there was not much running room. The Bombers special teams have a lot of high-profile players on it, including 5 linebackers. You've got West out there and a bunch of the regulars. Greg Battle, Tyrone Jones.
James West, usually one of the first guys down on punt cover all the time. Michael Allen, number 33, a backup defensive back, is one other player that excels on those special teams. The Tank might be a little tired tonight. This is his first regular season contest. Has not had a lot of practice time. And he is on the oxygen early.
First and 10 for the Lions at the 44. Flutie has time. Over the middle. He finds Skinner. Skinner has a first down out across midfield. And down to the Bomber 52 for a 14-yard gain.
That's the way to play against Winnipeg's defense. You've got to dump it off quickly. And time again, we talk about offenses in the CFL having to get rid of the ball quickly with all the blitzing coming, and especially against the Bombers. Chris Skinner could have a big night catching the football for them.
Lions into the hurry-up offense, and Alexander makes the catch at the 40 for a 12-yard gain. Flutie has the Lions on the move. 9 seconds remaining in the opening quarter. Some confusion down there for Flutie.
I'll tell you what it is in a second.
He makes the play work, completes to Jay Christensen, who lost the ball, and now who has recovered it?
I think Flutie recovered it.
Christensen made the catch. Flutie's a little upset as he gets out of the grasp of a Blue Bomber down there.
He made the recovery. The quarter will end with his fumble recovery, but you know, line of scrimmage, Flutie thought when the clock ran down to 0 that the quarter would end. But in the Canadian Football League, that just doesn't happen. You get to play the final play.
You get the one more play.
He quickly realized that, and smart play by him.
Adjusted well, recovered the fumble, but still no scoring in Winnipeg. 0-0. The BC Lions and the Winnipeg Blue Bombers.
There's a promise in the sunshine.
There's a hope in every morning.
And the crunchy taste of golden flakes, you know, you can always call. There's a promise in the sunshine. Our best to each one.
You know, so many people have been coming to see the new Suzuki Swift that we had to move into this somewhat larger showroom. People just love the way Swift saves gas. And when they test drive the 16-valve Swift GT, they gain respect. And you would not believe how many people come to see our family-size Swift sedan. And then when we tell them Suzuki's price, oh, here they go again. Man, people really like these Suzukis.
At Air America,
I crash better than anyone I know.
any landing you can walk away from
Why don't you go? No, I don't want to go first.
is a good one. Mel Gibson, Robert Downey Jr., Air America.
Starts Friday at a theater near you.
Ride along with NASCAR's best to Indianapolis Raceway Park for the NASCAR Grand National Kroger 200. Racing action's back at Indy, the Kroger 200, Saturday, August 11th, 7 Eastern. Racing's best on TSN.
First play of the second quarter. Second down and 10 to go for the BC Lions just inside the Winnipeg 40. Flutie for Lorenzo Graham. James West made the tackle. And they're short of the first down.
Numbers for the first quarter. You should know that the BC Lions have been outscored 44-7 in the first quarter. Cumulative statistic in their first 4 games. Under the circumstances, whatever the numbers say, the Lions have to be pleased with their play in the first 15 minutes.
A turnover each way. The Blue Bombers with the lead in the possession department. Now Lou Pasaglia comes out on 3rd and 6. Into the breeze from 42 yards away. He has had a problem with his thigh. They think this might be in his range tonight. This would move him 3 points closer to Dave Kepler's all-time All-Pro scoring record. No way. Steve Zatilny gets out to the 4-yard line. He was back behind the goal.
I think Steve was thinking maybe I better give up the 1. And oh, no, I've come out to the field to play. I better not go back in and give up 2. See, now Wally would be telling him, Steve. Is he the younger brother? No?
He's the younger brother.
Yeah, I see. Wally be saying, you know, if younger brother always makes some mistakes. I'd have never done that.
Next week on TSN, a night with the Zatilnis.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
And Wally said
Winnipeg and Hamilton.
Wally said that Steve actually was faster, didn't he?
Yeah, well, Steve set the record in high school. The McDonald Cartier Collegiate.
Wally said there's one way to settle it. We're going to race before the game. I don't know if that'll happen, though.
1st and 10, Blue Bombers at the 5. Mims breaks 1. He has a first down, and he's still going. What a great run by Robert Mims, who is out to the 32. Big play for the Bombers, deep in their own zone.
Boy, when you're backed up and you can get the running game going in a hurry, what a bonus that is. The big guys come around the corner. Walby and Benjamin open up a hole. Plus cannot make the tackle, and Robert Mims shows you why he beat out Tim Jesse this year. He's a pretty hard runner. Not a big guy, 6 foot 195, but he ran pretty hard right there.
After the big 26-yard gain, the Bombers first down. Burgess is on target to Perry Tuttle. Tuttle, a good move after the catch and almost broke it for more. He's to the 50. 18 yards. And the tackle made by Chris Major.
I think more and more as each year goes by, Perry Tuttle getting more comfortable playing the slot back. Originally a wide receiver. It's been much talked about his transition from wide receiver to slot, but boy, he's looking good in there right now.
This is the newcomer, Hull, and he lost the ball after making the catch. BC looks to have recovered. Second turnover against the Bombers. There's the Tank with the football, number 39. First game as a BC Lion here at Winnipeg Stadium tonight.
The Tank, he's always around that ball, and a big break for the Lions as the Winnipeg Blue Bombers put a couple of nice plays together.
Still no scoring in Winnipeg. The Blue Bombers nothing, and the BC Lions nothing. We're early in the second quarter.
Give me the ball, give me the ball, give me the ball!
You got a thirst.
Give me the ball, give me the ball, give me the ball!
You know what you need.
Give me the ball!
More fluid. Helps provide energy to working muscles. Nothing cuts through thirst like Gatorade. Now in new citrus cooler flavor.
Well, each week now on TSN, we like to show you what we think are some of the key matchups that are going to occur during the game and have the players comment on each other. Tonight we talked to Rod Hill and we said, what do you think of that, Larry Willis? What kind of receiver is he?
Well, besides his physical ability, which is speed and quickness, he's a pretty tough guy at times. I think the number one thing that sticks out, they throw the ball to him quite a few times a game. I think the last time we played him, we threw the ball to him 18 times, which is an inordinate amount of passes going to one receiver. He's going to make plays when they get that type of opportunity.
Well, that's an interesting comment. If they throw it to 18 times, you expect that Larry Willis might catch about 9.
Now, Willis missed some time in the first quarter. He is back in the lineup now.
Well, when he's right, he's one of the best. Larry Willis, all-time leading receiver in Fresno State history, and 3 times in his career in the Canadian Football League, he has gone over 1,000 yards. He is a pretty electrifying guy.
After the turnover, 1st and 10, BC Lions at the 52. Chris Skinner breaks one, and he has a first down in across the 45.
Well, we had Rod Hill assess Larry Willis. Now it's Larry's turn to tell you what he thinks about Rod Hill and how he will run against him tonight.
I think Rod Hill is one of the better cornerbacks in the league. He has good size for a cornerback, and he also has good speed, and he's a very smart defensive back. He has good recovery time when the ball's in the air. So if you beat him, you really have to beat him pretty bad because he has the ability to cover really well. But I think I'll be able to use my quickness against him on the bump and run and run precise patterns on him.
So there you heard it. If they get the bump and run tonight, That's where Larry Willis thinks he can use the quickness to get in behind Rod Hill. But that's an interesting matchup and one that we will keep you posted on throughout the night. And you know what? They don't like each other.
No,
either.
they don't. Mike Riley was telling me that they
that's even
almost
better.
Came to blows first time they met this season.
It's a joke about that.
Gain of 4 for Chris Skinner. This is 2nd and 6. Flutie a long drop and floats this one just over the head of Lorenzo Graham.
That is the matchup that Doug Flutie was dreaming about all last night, probably, to get Lorenzo Graham, a speedy, quick running back, against the linebacker Albert Williams, who's 6'3", 240, and I doubt that in a foot race can stay with Lorenzo. He had him open, but just couldn't connect on the pass.
$11 minutes to play till halftime. Lou Pasaglia into punt this time. This is Lee Hull on the return. And Hull is stopped down near the 17. 33-yard kick by Pasaglia. Bombers have not had terrific field position the last couple of sequences.
Lee Hull tonight, a rookie from Holy Cross, and he's getting the starting assignment with the injury to James Murphy, and can't get football out of his blood. Had a degree in economics, was working as a financial planner in Boston, but thought, well, heck, I'm going to give it one more try. Came to a free agent camp in Winnipeg this spring. They liked what they saw, and he is on the roster and playing and getting his first start tonight.
Robert Mims on first down. Started at the 18. 8-yard gain.
Nice blocking up front. Look at Chris Walby seal off the inside. Nick Benjamin pulls out behind him and open up a nice hole for Robert Mims to run through. And the Bombers not overly noted in their first 4 games for rushing the football, and if they can get that going, certainly take a lot of pressure off Tom Burgess. He doesn't have to feel he has to throw the ball all night.
2nd and 2, a flag down. And Tank Landry came up to make the stop on Robert Mims.
I think BC will be called for jumping the gun a bit, but boy, you saw flashes of the old Tank there. He read that play, and the middle linebacker in short yardage, he's the guy that has to make it, and boy, he was right in there to meet Mims in hole.
There is no flag on the play. We'll have a measure.
Flag dropped in error. .9:48 to go till halftime. No score in Winnipeg. 0-0. BC Lions, Winnipeg Blue Bombers. Bombers gambled and won on 3rd and inches earlier. Will they try again here?
I think it's a little too much to ask right here at this stage of the ball game.
Absolutely right. Bob Cameron comes in.
This has got to be the first game of 1990 that we're into the 2nd quarter with no score.
Could be the Jets and the Canucks out here tonight. 0-0 2nd period.
And nobody's been close.
That's true.
Things will improve. We hope.
Cameron kicking with the wind this time. High. Darrell Wallace. And he's stopped near the 44-yard line. 7-yard return for Wallace after a 32-yard kick. And the BC Lions take over when we return to Winnipeg Stadium.
The Canadian Soccer League on TSN. Join us Saturday at 4:30 Eastern as Hamilton and London square off in the CSL match of the day. If it's great soccer action you want, it's here on TSN.
Well, you
change. Back to something simpler, where they don't care about your name. Going home again, going home, where there's nothing halfway about it, excessive love.
Can Payne Stewart equal his 1989 success by capturing another championship title? See live early round coverage of the $1 million PGA Championship. It begins Thursday, August 9th at 1 Eastern, here on TSN.
Time scores in pro football. 2 graduates from Simon Fraser University in Burnaby, BC. Dave Cutler of the Eskimos, Louis Pasaglia of the Lions. Pasaglia just 5 points behind Cutler's all-time CFL mark.
Cutler's CFL record, 2,237 career points over 16 seasons. Louis Pasaglia, 5 back of that. His career percentage, 74% on field goal efficiency. And the highest scorer in the history of the National Football League, George Blanda, was a little ways behind Mr. Cutler and now behind Lou Pasaglia. His total was 2,002, and Blanda played 26 years.
What's been that great coaching with Simon Fraser?
Few kickers have come from the school.
Oh, yeah.
1st and 10. Flutie, look for Tolbert. First toss Tolbert's way.
Pretty good percentage, but not a lot of production tonight from Doug Flutie, and he had the wind with him in the first quarter. Now he's going into a breeze that is a pretty strong wind tonight right in his face. And well, you know, Joe Paupau, if they have to call on him, what a night he had last week in a losing effort. 26 of 39, and watching him in the warm-up, his arm is as strong as ever.
2nd and 10, Flutie. Intercepted. Rod Hill has another one, and Hill has some room to go down the other side. Forced out near the 35. Second interception tossed by Doug Flutie tonight. 40-yard return for Rod Hill.
Well, watch the post pattern. Larry Willis, and honestly, I think the injury's bothering him. He really didn't have his heart in this one. Allowed Hill to just come in and bump him off the football and get the interception, his 3rd of the year, and a pretty good run back. But the second time, as John mentioned, Flutie been picked off tonight, and interceptions hurting the BC Lions. Rod Hill, all-Canadian last year, 1989. There's the matchup we're talking about. 1-0 for Rod.
Illegal block, Winnipeg 35, first down.
Rod Hill gets the interception, but Ty Jones was caught clipping on the play, so they'll spot the ball back at the BC 53. 1st and 10 for Tom Burgess and the Blue Bombers. Burgess up behind big Chris Walby. Lee Hull makes the catch. Had a fumble earlier, makes up for it there. First down, Winnipeg.
It's funny, Mike Riley mentioned before the game that he didn't expect Lee Hull to come in and be an impact player tonight, but just hoped that he could get the job done, and a couple of balls thrown his way maybe he could hang on to. He didn't expect him to come in and set the league on fire, but he said he's a pretty good steady receiver with nice soft hands.
Bombers at the BC 40, first down. Burgess hit him right in the hands, and Streeter couldn't hang on.
Cannot throw it any better than that, and Eric Streeter knows it. He had a great opportunity to make the catch. Last season he did that 76 times with receptions to the BC Lions, and came over to the Bombers as a free agent right between the 8 and 0.
Lonely moment for Eric Streeter.
Well, he was 5th in the Canadian Football League last year with that reception total. 3rd year in the league, 1st year with the Bombers. North Carolina University he attended.
David Black has moved into the Bomber lineup along the line, replacing Chris Walby, who is being attended to.
Well, Eric Harich has really had a rebuilding job to do. I mean, you look at his ball club that he took over. You lost your 2 starting wide receivers from last year, David Williams and Eric Streeter. Both had 79, 76 catches. You look at the running backs. He lost Tony Cherry and Anthony Parker. He's got all new ones. Plus, you lose your quarterback, Matt Dunnigan, in the trade. I mean, you talk about a guy that had to start over. There's only 8 remaining BC Lions from the team last year. So, I mean, nobody said it would be easy. I think at this point in time, to be 1-2-1 is not a bad thing. And if he was honest, he would tell you, we are just trying to make the playoffs. That would be our goal.
Chris Walby heads off the field to the Bomber bench, and with 8 minutes to go, it is still 0-0, Lions and the Blue Bombers.
Why are you doing this? To see if there's anything out there beyond death.
I'm going next.
It's too dangerous. It is reckless, immoral, and unethical.
We're running out of time.
Starting CPR. You're not real. Got her. You don't have her. No! Flatliners starts Friday, August 10th at select theaters.
An inoperable brain tumor cost us one of the great CFL running backs of all time Monday with the death in Montreal of George Dixon. The league's best player in 1962, Dixon starred for the Alouettes for 7 seasons before a knee injury forced his retirement in 1965. Number 28 carried the football for 5,615 yards over those 7 seasons, scored 59 touchdowns, and was elected to the Hall of Fame in 1974. He's survived by his wife Carol and by his sons Kirk and Eric. And to them we extend our sympathy. All who love this game mourn his loss as we salute his memory. George Dixon was 56.
Our game of the week on TSN, the BC Lions and the Winnipeg Blue Bombers, and we are a little surprised that no one has made it to the end zone so far.
Or through the uprights.
Or through the uprights. Second and 10, Blue Bombers at the Lion 40. Burgess, a little shovel pass for Mims. And there wasn't much room there because Tank Landry had moved up.
Boy, Tank does not look like he has skipped a beat since he has come in and started at middle linebacker tonight. Shovel pass to Robert Mims. Pretty tough play to defense, but the Tank searched it out, got away from the blocker, number 64, Bob Molly, and did a great job to hold that to about a 1-yard gain.
Enter Trevor Kennard, good on 9 of 13 so far this season. This try will come from the 46-yard line with Bob Cameron holding. Flag goes down. Kennard has lots of distance. It's through. Hang on 1 second. A substitution penalty going against the Blue Bombers. So Trevor will get to
illegal substitution. Winnipeg 64. 3rd down repeated.
Bob Molly. So he was a little late for his assignments. I guess the problem was Chris Walby is usually on that team, and he is now in the dressing room being attended to, so someone forgot to count heads. So take that 3 points off the scoreboard. And here's Bob Cameron punting on 3rd down for Winnipeg. Wallace has some problems in the end zone and gives up a single point. 54-yard single for the Blue Bombers, the first scoring play of the game. And halftime is only 6:57 away.
Another penalty, though.
Jack DeCarey talking to Willie Pless in particular down there.
Well, at this stage, you know, to give up a single and come out to the 35 is not a bad deal. I mean, Bob Cameron, if he wants to, I mean, he is such a good punter. He may get another opportunity here and pin them deep in their own territory, and it looks as though that's what they're going to do.
Face masking call going against the Blue Bombers, I believe.
They're going to give up the single and take the penalty, so it goes from the 35 to the 50, and that's a good move by BC. Now, if you're a great lip reader, he told you that face mask on number 58 Winnipeg, James West.
Whoa, that's pretty good at getting the number.
They call me the spy. And a smart call by BC. Take the 15, give up the single, and start at midfield.
Great field position for the Lions here from the 50. Let's see what Flutie can do with it. Percentage isn't bad, as Leaf mentioned before, but the yards are down, and the Lions really haven't been close to the end zone. This is Lorenzo Graham, and he has a first down. Stopped at the 46. Gain of 14 yards. 6:24 till halftime.
Lorenzo Graham in his third game now with the BC Lions. Last year with the Calgary Stampeders, and before that the Toronto Argonauts. And he did that 14 times last week, and his numbers up to 17 catches on the season now. Pretty good.
Lions first down at the Bomber 46. 1-0 Winnipeg. Flutie for Christensen. Picked off. Third interception. This is Les Brown on the return. Brown with room down the sidelines, and Flutie has thrown it up 3 times now. 29 for Les Brown. 5th interception of the season.
Well, that's the illusion of the zone defense, and Doug Flutie got caught. You know, he thought they had one-on-one coverage to the inside to his inside receiver, Jay Christensen. Les Brown just dropped off Larry Willis, and great reacts to the football, and that's why he has 5 of those interceptions already in 1990. You know, Les Brown, an All-Canadian with the Ticats in 1985 and 86. Played on Hamilton's Grey Cup team in 86. He is a good one and made a great play right there.
So here's where the Bombers are with a first down at the BC 51. Burgess looking deep for House. He makes the catch, a great grab, and House is down at the 20. .32 yards for Rick House. He had to battle for the football too, Lee.
Well, a play that he has run so many times over his 12-year career. They call that the wheel in Winnipeg, and he takes it to the flat and then goes upfield, gets in behind, and out wrestles Anthony Drawhorn for the football. What a super catch that was, and boy, he made some big catches last week when they drove down to kick that winning field goal against Edmonton.
Here are the Bombers now with a first down at the BC 20. Matt Pierce carries. Ball came loose, but the whistle had gone. Tony Visco jarring the ball loose. Willie Pless jumped on the bouncing football, but the whistle had gone.
8 possessions for the Winnipeg Blue Bombers tonight, and of those 8, they have rushed the ball 8 times on first down situations, only thrown the ball twice. They're getting a little predictable for that BC Lion front four, and the result is 2nd and long.
Tom Burgess has thrown 1 interception. Doug Flutie has thrown 3. Bombers in the lead by a point, 1-0 with 4:22 to go till halftime. 2nd and 9, Winnipeg. Burgess steps up, fired behind his intended receiver on the far side, Robert Mims.
He should have run.
He had some room.
I know he's not a runner, doesn't like to run, but boy, sometimes you have to take the game in your own control. And as we watch Robert Mims going, oh, this is a tough throw to get back across the field and complete this one all the way across your body. They weren't able to do so, and Trevor Kennard will be called upon. But I honestly think Tommy Burgess, you're going to see it right here. I think he had a chance to run for the first down.
Bob Cameron will hold. Trevor Kennard will kick, this time from the 31. Kennard has given the Bombers a 4-point lead.
This could be insurmountable.
Not nice. 4-0 Winnipeg.
what does Doug Flutie have to do besides complete a couple of passes and get a march going here? He has been picked off a couple of times, fooled by the Bombers secondary on that last interception that set up the field goal.
Well, the last interception was a bad throw by Flutie. I think the interception that Rod Hill made was a really good play, and of course Daryl Sampson's was a tip ball, so 1 out of the 3 were bad throws.
From the 35, Flutie and the Lions with a first down. Skinner had a big run earlier. Plows his way for over 5. They'll mark it about an 8-yard gain.
That's a nice run, excuse me, John. 6'2", 120 pounds, and does a nice job to freeze the linebackers as he goes around the corner and stutter step just enough to freeze them and then accelerate and pick up 8 yards. And boy, that's what the BC Lions need more than anything else, is to get better production on first down so they're not second and long against this tough blitzing defense.
2nd and 2, Lions out near the 43 now. There's Chris Skinner, averaging better than 6 yards a carry so far tonight. Skinner gets the call again, and that'll be a first down.
But at least if the BC Lions can establish some kind of running game on first down, it sets up a number of options for Doug Flutie. He can go to the play action, which he is a good faker and has the opportunity to do that.
Timeout on the field with 3 minutes to play in the opening half. Flutie gets a little advice on the far side. We'll take a quick break with the Blue Bombers leading the BC Lions 4-0 at Winnipeg Stadium.
Wake up, hey Canada, wake up, today's on McCain Day.
What's the secret of McCain's richer tasting juice? More oranges. McCain concentrates the juice of more oranges into every can. More than Minute Maid, more than Old South. So you have a special reason to buy McCain.
You bet I do.
It's like an extra squeeze of juice in every glass. So compared to Minute Maid and Old South, you have an extra reason to drink McCain.
You bet I do.
Wake up to McCain.
Danny McManus warming up on the sidelines, and boy, it seems like in every city in the Canadian Football League they have some kind of quarterbacking controversy. Some people in Winnipeg felt that on his brief performance, 5 for 8, can you believe it? They think he should be starting. I think Tom Burgess is just doing fine, thank you very much, but some people like Danny McManus, and maybe we'll see him tonight.
There's been no move to actually pull Burgess out of the ball game so far. McManus just warming up here with 3:02 to play.
Well, if Doug Flutie falters, we have Joe
the throwing Samoan.
There he is. Boy, I tell you, I went out in the field in warm-up, and the wind was howling, and he was throwing darts into the wind. I mean, he still has an extremely strong arm. He had a great performance last week in a losing cause.
12 seasons in the Canadian Football League. He is 35. Joe Pow came off the bench and threw 3 touchdowns last week in a losing cause.
Did you like that?
Yeah, it was good. 1st and 10, Lions at the 46. This is Lorenzo Graham, and Graham almost halfway to a first down. James West made the stop. It's his first carry. He's had a couple of receptions.
Pretty nice hole to cut up through, and James West from his middle linebacking spot makes the play. 2nd and 6, nice situation for play action. We'll see if 2nd and 4, rather, good time for play action. Doug Flutie decides to do that.
Larry Willis makes the catch. James West was there.
We're going to see how the ribs are after that one. I mean, he said they were sore coming into the game. I asked him, I said, do you freeze the ribs? He said, no, I don't like to do that. And so that was a pretty good hit by James West.
Willis started the game, then missed several sequences in the opening quarter, and then came back to this.
But he runs a great pattern, and he makes a super catch right there. He knows he's going to get whacked from Hill, and he gets
he got
a nice...
it twice.
Oh, yeah, he got a nice kiss from James West, and James West with tremendous speed at 6'2", 2 1/4 from the middle. And I call him a middle linebacker because really Tyrone Jones is a defensive end. He very rarely drops off in coverage. All-Canadian last year. James West, tremendous range. Larry Willis, tremendous receiver in his own right. Third in the CFL last year. They call him Slick. And that was a pretty slick catch he made.
5 catches for 82 yards and a couple of touchdowns against Saskatchewan for Larry Willis.
The leading tackler on the Bombers so far in 1990 is James West, and gave you quite a demonstration there of his range and hitting ability.
Rock-solid defense has really led the Blue Bombers to top spot in the Eastern Division so far this season. Winnipeg at 3-1. That is a surprise to many. But the Bombers have won 3, and the only team to beat Winnipeg so far this season is BC.
Stop by. That left hand just a little bit sore. What did you do to it exactly?
I was catching the ball this week, and the threads caught it the wrong way, and cut about a quarter of an inch laceration in my ring finger. So I got about 4 stitches, but hopefully I'll be back next week.
They throw the ball hard here in Winnipeg, do they?
Yeah, they do. The wind blow hard, too.
All right, get healthy soon, eh? Thanks for coming by.
1st and 10 from the 44. Lorenzo Graham. Stopped by Ty Jones. Larry Willis being attended to on the sidelines.
At 6 foot and 175 pounds, when you meet 6'2" and 225, most of the time you lose.
Gain of 2 for the Lions. This is 2nd and 8. 1:43 to play till halftime. Flutie in trouble and gets to the outside. Not quite enough for the first down. Petway ran him down. Ken Petway.
That is a very, very difficult defensive play to make. You know, you always have to decide, when do I leave my receiver and go up and make the play on a quarterback that's going to scramble with the ball. Petway timed it perfectly, made the hit, stopped Flutie short of the first down. He's had a good first half. Tipped that ball that Darryl Sampson picked off, and now a good tackle to keep Flutie short of a first down. 4th year, California Berkeley is Ken Petway. 3 interceptions on the season so far.
Enter Lou Pasaglia in a punting role this time. He tried a field goal earlier and was well short. Block kick. Pasaglia down. Rod Hill got through. The Bombers come up with the ball. Quentin Riggins was through. So with 1:18 to go, Bombers have possession again.
Who else but number 10 Rod Hill, coming from the left side, gets the block, and Winnipeg Blue Bombers, as they do so often, make the big play on special teams.
From the 46, this is McManus at quarterback, and he's down. Danny McManus from Florida State in his 2nd year in the CFL.
Tony Visco coming up with the sack, and for a team that's not putting much pressure on opposing quarterbacks this season, what a timely sack that was for Visco with just a little over 1 minute remaining. You've had a punt blocked, and boy, what an opportune time for the defense to come up with a big play.
2nd and 17 with 59 seconds to halftime. McManus, nice long pass, intending it for Hull, and Hull comes up with it. Down at the 31, Lee Hull. Mike Riley said he might not be a factor, but he has been in his first game in the CFL.
Well, unbelievable how he wrestles the football away from Chris Major and number 4, Anthony Drawhorn. I mean, that is a big league catch right there. Lee Hull with his 2nd of the ball game.
McManus goes to the end zone. Touchdown. Eric Strader. Ho ho.
The backup quarterback. The most popular player in town, right? It didn't take long for Danny McManus to find the end zone. Trevor Kennard adds to the Bomber lead with 42 seconds to go. 11-0 Winnipeg.
Now Eric Streeter's telling James Murphy, it was nothing, James. I just went down with my great speed. I got in behind the rookie, Norman Jefferson. Danny gave it to me just right, and I got a touchdown, my second of the year. He is the guy that really has solidified this receiving core, in my opinion, this year. You know, they had a great one with Murphy on one side and Tuttle, but they never had the balance until this year. Now they found it with Eric Streeter because now they have the threats on both sides. And, of course, the way Lee Hull is playing tonight, awfully nice to have a guy come in and take over for your starter and make some great catches like he has.
42 seconds remaining. And here's Darrell Wallace on the return for the Lions. He's out to the 32.
What a great drive by the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. 72 yards in 2 plays. The Streeter touchdown makes it 11-0. 36-second long drive, but the great catch by Lee Hull. That was an outstanding play to steal that football from 2 defenders who had him pretty well covered.
And that set up the toss to Eric Streeter and a healthier halftime lead for Blue Bomber head coach Mike Riley. Set up by a block punt by Rod Hill. Nice catch by Hull, and Streeter in the end zone.
In the opening game of the season when we did Winnipeg at Ottawa, it was Rod Hill that blocked the punt, picked up one for a block punt for a touchdown with an interception. Here he sets up another touchdown again. Danny McManus, his 3rd touchdown pass of 1990, has yet to throw an interception. Hasn't been in there long enough to throw an interception.
It's been a tough night on the Blue Bombers in the injury department. That's Dave Bovell being attended to. Chris Walby is already in the locker room.
Dave Bovell, a good one from Colgate University, a rookie, 6 foot, 210 pounds. And the nice thing, he's playing the middle safety, but he was a corner at Colgate, involved in a lot of man-to-man coverage. So Mike Riley not afraid to go with the blitz and bring him up to the line of scrimmage and lock him up on an inside receiver or a running back. And boy, that's a nice added feature of a young fellow to have him at safety with good man-to-man coverage abilities.
36 seconds remaining. Into the far side for Alexander. Flutie was off target. Doug Flutie has not sparkled so far this evening.
He's never really been able to get into any kind of a rhythm tonight. Last series, when they had a couple of running plays, got good yardage on first downs, they looked like they were getting into some kind of sync, but the passing has just been a little off, and of course the fumble and the interceptions here or there just killed any kind of momentum they've tried to establish so far in the first half.
32 seconds till halftime. 2nd and 10 for the Lions. Flutie escapes, has a chance for the first down himself, and he's cut down at the 34-yard line by James West.
Hey, we're talking the 5th game of the year, folks, and this guy, number 58, is having an all-star season. He is so active. The speed that he has at 225 pounds to cover the field 65 yards wide from side to side is just amazing. Watch here the great reaction, and make no mistake, Flutie is not a slow runner. Boy, that is great.
He wasn't as fast as West on that play. The Bombers have called a timeout. 25 seconds on the clock.
Well, Louis Pasaglia, he's been around 15 years. He's got to know what their plans are. They're going to come after him.
And they've already been through once. The block of Pasaglia punt not that long ago. Steve Zatilny deep for the Bombers. Here's the charge to Saglia. No problem getting it away this time. Zatilny, good run. He's out to the 50. A 41-yard kick, a 15-yard return by Zatilny.
Kick, Big Lou.
And 13 seconds remain till halftime. The Blue Bomber first down at the Winnipeg 50. Danny McManus in at quarterback. He engineered the Blue Bomber touchdown drive and found Robert Mims that time for no gain whatsoever. Now 7 seconds till the half. Bombers in front, 11-0. This will be 2nd and 17, and this should be the last play of the opening half. McManus had that one tipped as Ken Watson got a hand on it. It was a late surge by the Blue Bombers, but they did come up with a touchdown and take the lead at halftime to the dressing room.
This update is brought to you by Petro-Canada, dealers and agents across Canada.
How do everyone, and welcome back to our control center in Toronto. I'm Mark Jones. Hope you're enjoying the CFL football game tonight. Let's bring you up to date on some of the baseball action from the ball yard. Walt Terrell pitching for the Detroit Tigers against Fred McGriff of the Blue Jays. McGriff rocks his world, takes this one out to the opposite field. That's how strong McGriff is. It's 1-0 by virtue of that home run. Then still in the second inning, Tony Fernandez slaps a single to right with the bases loaded. Pat Borders comes into cash. That puts the Jays up 3-0 after 2 innings, and right now the score is 6-2 in the 6th. The Blue Jays trying to make it 2 in a row over Detroit. Elsewhere, it's the Expos taking on the Pirates. Doug Drabek is the story of this game in the early going. Drabek gives up just 1 hit through 4 innings, holding a 1-0 lead. But 5th inning, Andres Galarraga at the plate rips one through the right side. Spike Owen comes in to score. Actually, it's the other way around. Galarraga scores in an Owen shot. That ties the game at 1. Then is Martinez. Looks pretty sharp on the hill. Room service comebacker there. Still 1-1 in the top of the 6th, but Delino DeShields triples and then comes home on this ground out by Dave Martinez. It's 2-1 for the Expos. Then 7th inning, the Expos explode for 4 runs. Dave Martinez punches one up the box. Spike Owen scores. The Expos with a lot of runs in the inning as the score is 6-2 right now in the 7th inning of play. And we will be back with some more scores from the ball yard right after this message. Welcome back to our control center in Toronto. One more score to tell you about from baseball, National League East action. It was New York 8, Philadelphia 4. David Cohn, the winner for the Mets, so they gain closer to the Pirates. Back to football after this.
Awesome speed, outstanding skill, split-second timing. This is CFL Pro Football Spectacular, the funniest action video of the year. There's bone-crushing blocks, devastating hits, and positively brutal quarterback sacks. Pro Football Spectacular has it all and more. Legendary quarterback Ron Lancaster leads his all-blunder team through a fun-filled football fiasco like you've never seen. From a ripe tomato to very hot potato. From frenzied fans to the most fouled-up football you've ever seen, Pro Football Spectacular is definitely in a league all by itself. It's a video for serious fans who love to have fun. You can even check out the high-level strategy.
I'd like to buy a Pro Football Spectacular video. Yeah, me too.
CFL Pro Football Spectacular. Pure fun from quality special products, and it's only $19.99. Available wherever great videos are sold.
Power. Pure power. Drivers push it to the limit.
I got too much oil in there.
Sport or spectacle? Thousands come to Valleyfield, Quebec for one of the biggest events of the powerboat racing calendar. If you love boat racing, you'll love the speed and excitement of the Valleyfield Regatta. Join Paul Romanuk for part 2 of this 3-part series. The Valleyfield Regatta, Sunday, August 12th, 12:30 Eastern. Right here on TSN.
The 11-0. The Winnipeg Blue Bombers lead the British Columbia Lions at the half, and the entertainment includes the pipes and drums, all part of Folk Festival, which is going on here in Winnipeg at this time. Well, you'll recall last year that the Winnipeg Blue Bombers really struggled towards the end of the season, losing their 7 regular season games to close the season. It's different this year.
Ready? The Winnipeg Blue Bombers kicked off the season with 3 wins and just 1 loss. A good start for the Bombers, who seem to be enjoying their success.
Hi, Mom! Mom! Come put your face out. Movie star. We're working hard today. We're working hard.
We're winning some early games, and with winning comes confidence and success. And I think we're playing a lot of confidence on defense side of the ball. And the offense has got a lot of confidence since we got some quarterbacks now. We're scoring points, but the confidence level is much higher than when you get into the 7-game skid like last year. It was everybody's looking around and trying to figure out what we're doing wrong, but we still got the same personnel, same players, and we're just winning and having fun.
This season, the team's biggest improvement seems to be on offense.
First off, we have a better offensive scheme, and that we're using everybody. Secondly, I think we're running the ball better. I think that when you run the ball well, it opens up your passing game, and I think that we're moving the ball a little bit effectively on the ground, and it's causing the defensive linebackers to maybe hold back a little second later, and that therefore giving Tom a little extra second to throw the ball.
Starting quarterback Tom Burgess is in his first season with the Bombers, and so far he likes what he's seen from his new teammates.
I think this team can go as far as we can take it together. I mean, there's a good chemistry going on here, and there's a lot of guys that don't want to lose.
I think that there's a lot of pride on this football team, and right now we're going out every game with great intent, and I mean just playing hard and playing physically, and when you do that and you're in very good shape to start with, which I think we were, then I think you got a chance to win every time you go out.
Sean Wells and Scott Taylor from the Winnipeg Free Press coming up next on halftime here from Winnipeg. It's 11-0. The Blue Bombers lead the BC Lions.
From Hollywood Pictures.
Hi, I'm Jim Belushi. I'm a big Chicago Cub fan. That's why in my new movie, Taking Care of Business, I play a guy who escapes from prison to finally see the Cubs in the World Series. Hey, aren't you Mark Grace? Yeah. Give me that. Ow! Come here. Apologize. For what? The Padres in '84. I wasn't on that team. Apologize anyway. I'm sorry. Apologize for the Giants in '89. It was dark. Oh, couldn't see the ball. Nice baseball, huh? Apologize. I'm sorry. What are you going to do this year? I'm going to hit a home run in the World Series in your new movie, Taking Care of Business. That's right. I forgot. Apologize. No. Apologize. No.
Taking Care of Business, starring Jim Belushi and Charles Grodin. National sneak preview Sunday, August 12th.
With lower back pain, every step can send more pain to your lower back. Clinically proven BackGuard shoe inserts can help relieve lower back pain because BackGuard absorbs jarring foot shock with every footstep you take. BackGuard, only from Dr. Scholl's.
Hi, I'm Bob McCowan. We'll take you around the world in golf, wherever tournaments are being played and wherever Canadians are playing golf, with a special focus on the Canadian Tour. Lauren Rubenstein, tips, and more, all on Canadian Golf Today.
Not much offense either way, but the Blue Bombers have the lead at halftime at Winnipeg Stadium, 11-0 over the BC Lions. Scott Taylor from the Winnipeg Free Press joins me now, and I guess the first question is, where is the Blue Bomber offense?
Well, I thought for a while we've got the Calgary Cannons and the Edmonton Trappers coming in to play a baseball series in the stadium, and I was kind of wondering if they came in early and we were in the 4th inning for most of that first half. Danny McManus came off the bench and made a really good drive. He got a great help from a catch by Lee Hall. But Danny McManus could be the answer to this team. Here's a quarterback who led the Florida State Seminoles to #2 in the NCAA 2 years ago. He's a lead man. He should be a starting quarterback. Maybe Tom Burgess has seen his starting job taken away.
Well, it might have disappeared here tonight. Nothing wrong with the Blue Bomber defense. It is outstanding tonight. And I guess it is the best in the league right now?
Oh, I don't think there's any question, especially when you look at the linebackers and the defensive backs. There probably isn't a better cornerback in football than Rod Hill. And the linebackers have been tremendous. Even 2 old guys, Tyrone Jones and James West.
All right, thank you very much, Scott. Sorry we had to rush away here so quickly. It is the Blue Bombers leading the British Columbia Lions 11-0. And it's halftime at Winnipeg Stadium.
Talk about All-Star games. Take a look at this All-Star video. Tell us your favorite star, and it's almost a cinch you'll find him right here in this big action-packed video. 65 minutes of great plays and great players. Baseball in the 80s, now yours free from the Sporting News, America's baseball authority. This exclusive video showcase puts you right on the field at exciting World Series games, terrific All-Star games, and historic games when records were broken. You'll see unforgettable hits, incredible catches, even hilarious bloopers. Call now to have the Sporting News delivered straight to your mailbox every week at a big 40% savings off the cover price. And receive this exclusive 65-minute All-Star video free.
Call 1-800-535-6300 and get your free video with 28 issues of the Sporting News for 3 payments of $16.50 Canadian. Save 40% off the cover price. Call now 1-800-535-6300.
Where you can feel it in your heart. Something about a special friend dropping you time to spend. Gonna take it easy. Well, there's nothing halfway about this excess of love.
On a team of outstanding defenders, Rod Hill really stands out. Leaf, he always seems to save his best football for games that we televise.
Peter, you're absolutely right. I mean, we are huge fans of Rod Hill because game after game, he always comes up with a big effort. And we're going to show you a couple of defensive plays to start off the halftime highlights because the Winnipeg defense, as it has done in the previous 4 games, has played well and really carried the offense. Rod Hill, the matchup against Larry Willis tonight, he wins the first battle, gets the interception, his 3rd of the year, and returns at 40 yards. Nice job. Les Brown, well, he's got 5 interceptions for the year on that league-leading secondary that has 15 so far. And the illusion of the zone for Doug Flutie. He'll learn in future. Les Brown leaves Larry Willis and goes back on Jay Christensen, makes the interception and a nice return. Again, his 5th of the year. Lee Hull, he's in replacing James Murphy tonight. What's he done in the first half? 3 catches, 56 yards. Watch this one right here. Out wrestles Anthony Drawhorn, and Chris Major makes the big catch. And the play after that, unfortunately, we don't have for you, was the Eric Streeter bomb for the touchdown. But Danny McManus came in. It was a block punt. 2 long bombs, and Danny McManus, the crowd favorite right now, has the touchdown. Winnipeg 11, BC nothing. Peter.
All right, Leaf. The BC defense hasn't played all that badly. It has been much maligned, but it has played pretty well. Unfortunately, the offense hasn't been able to solve Winnipeg defense, at least not yet. Second half kickoff coming up next from Winnipeg.
Why spend hours on your car when you can give your car a bumper-to-bumper shine in just 20 minutes? One application of liquid luster can increase the value of your car by thousands of dollars. Look at this lighter fluid burn, yet the car looks like new. Spray paint comes right off with practically no effort. Liquid luster protects chrome and makes it shine in seconds. You can do 4 cars with 1 bottle of liquid luster. Order your liquid luster now, and as a special bonus, get enough Nathan's Concentrated Car Wash to do 12 cars. Washing cars is quick and easy with Nathan's Car Wash. You'll also receive a bottle of Nathan's Special Vinyl Luster. It cleans leather and restores upholstery in seconds. Order now, and as a second bonus, get a second bottle of liquid luster. All this for just $39.95. You'll receive enough liquid luster to wax 8 cars, wash and clean 12 cars, enough vinyl and leather restorer to do 20 cars. There's nothing on the market that cleans, protects, and shines like Liquid Luster. It's the original car care package everyone needs. Liquid Luster gives you a glass-like shine that will last.
Liquid Luster is now available in Canada. Stop wasting time and energy with waxes that make car care hard work. Give your car the look of a beautiful factory-delivered new car. Call the number on your screen and use MasterCard or Visa, or send check or money order for $39.95 plus $4 shipping and handling to the address shown. Call now and give your car lasting protection with Liquid Luster, the wet look shine, 30-day money-back guarantee.
Ready now for the second half kickoff in the TSN game of the week with the Blue Bombers in front of the Lions, 11-0 at Winnipeg Stadium.
Well, I agree with Peter as we closed out the halftime when he said the BC Lion defense hasn't played that poorly. They really haven't. You know, a couple of long bombs got in behind guys. Great catch by Lee Hull, but 11 points, certainly not a lot to come back from.
Rick Ryan handles the kickoff duties for the Lions. This is Steve Zatilny on the return, and he's out across the 45 to the 47-yard line. So the Bombers have good field position to begin the second half.
Turnovers, the key statistic, I think there, John and Lee. 4 by the Lions, 3 on interceptions, 1 on a fumble. Doug Flutie's pass for only 83 yards. Always a problem against this Winnipeg defense. But if they can get something going here in the second half, this game is still very much in hand.
11-0 now. You see the new Blue Bomber quarterback, Danny McManus. And this is Robert Mims. Had a good first half. Starts off the second brilliantly. Mims down across the 45 of the BC Lions. 19 yards on the carry.
Nice success they've had with this running play. Big Nick Betjeman, number 68, around the corner leading the play for Robert Mims. Good cut back upfield. Great north-south running, and he's got 19 yards. Nice way to start the second half. Winnipeg Blue Bombers determined to keep the ball on the ground on first down situations.
From the 45, this is Mims again, a couple this time.
You might remember Chris Walby went out in the first half and did not return. He has a dislocated finger. And so far, starting the second half, number 51, David Black, has taken his spot at the right tackle spot.
Danny McManus having an impressive first half. He wasn't in long, completing 3 of 4 for 65 yards and the touchdown. Gain of 2 for Mims. This is 2nd and 8. Far side, they'll call it no catch for Robert Mims. Robert thought he had it. Or for Perry Tuttle, rather.
Danny McManus must still be thinking 4-down football because he threw that in the flat on second and very, very long, and had Tuttle caught it, he still would not have picked up the first down. Here you'll see the catch probably should have been made, but would have been way short of the first down. Danny McManus from Florida State. Well, you know, if a quarterback comes from Florida State, he is very good at throwing the football. A great passing school, and Danny McManus is no exception to that rule.
Here's Trevor Kennard from 51 yards out, on target. Kennard has been hot tonight. 2 long ones. Tonight's TSN Turning Point will be brought to you by National Trust.
There is one major financial institution that listens to your needs, that provides you with the personal service you're entitled to. National Trust. Make us the turning point in your financial future.
And look who replaces Doug Flutie. Joe Pow-Pow. Flags go down as Pow-Pow passes for pitches to Chris Skinner. And the Blue Bombers will be penalized for illegal substitution, I believe. Albert Williams in a little bit late.
Those were the numbers that he put up last week in the loss to the Saskatchewan Roughriders. Pretty good night for Joe Pow-Pow.
He entered the game last week with the Lions down 20-0.
Well, he's BC's third leading all-time quarterback in passing yardage with 9,756 yards. And he can get it done. In the warm-ups, he was throwing darts out there, and we'll see what he can come up with.
Nothing on that play. Pow. Grabbed from behind and wrestled down by James West.
Chris Skinner had the assignment of blocking him. He just could not pick him up. And Joe Pow, when he play action on 2nd and long, didn't hold anybody. And it sure didn't hold James West, as he is having some kind of night. There he comes. You see, Chris Skinner could not make the block. And Joe Pow pays the price.
Having a great year, James West.
You know, it seems as though in watching him, he's playing with a renewed enthusiasm. You know, he's played for 9 years in the Canadian Football League, but great enthusiasm.
On 2nd and 16, Pow out to midfield, and Alexander makes the catch.
Well, you can still see that Pow does have an extremely strong arm, and that time good protection for him. Step up in the pocket and find Ray Alexander. I mean, that's a great throw. You're talking into a really stiff breeze, nice tight spiral. Ray Alexander with a good in pattern working against Rod Hill. I mean, that is tough. You're 2nd and 16 against this defense to pick up a first down. That's a nice job by Joe.
They got just what they needed to. 16 yards the gain and a first down for the BC Lions right at midfield. Pow to the far side, and Alexander wanted a flag,
and he got it. Rod Hill was there early, no question about that, but now never trust who the players are pointing which way. See that? Now he was over the back there. That's a good call. Rod Hill, known for the tight coverage that time, just a little too tight.
Another BC Lion first down.
Joe Pow's best year in the Canadian Football League was 1981. Seems like a long time ago with the BC Lions. 28 touchdown passes that year for the throwing Samoan. Remember, that was only 16 games.
Lorenzo Graham gets down to the 35 and close to another BC first down. Bombers lead it 14-0.
Good hard running by Lorenzo Graham. 5'11", 200 pounds, very strong upper body. Michael Allen in the game with the stop. They had to find a replacement for Tony Cherry this year, and so far Lorenzo Graham's been the guy.
2nd down, less than 1 to go. And that is another BC first down as the drive continues. Chris Skinner has the first down, and yards to spare. He grabs 8 yards. Doug Flutie on the sidelines. Flutie got on 9 of 16 for 89 yards in the first half with 3 interceptions. Larry Kuharich brought out the hook, and Joe Pow has the Lions' best drive of the night going here. 1st and 10 at the Bomber 27. This is Lorenzo Graham, the right side, and Graham has a first down. Forced out by Bovell, Dave Bovell, number 29.
Good call by Pow. He's seeing the pressure coming up the middle on the blitz from James West, so the quick pitch to the outside, and that allows Graham to get outside quickly. West cannot catch up with him, and Graham has a nice first down. And since Joe Pow has come into this game to start the 3rd quarter, he has put a nice drive together, mixing it up, the pass and the run. Interference call helped things along a little.
It did a little bit.
Yeah.
1st and 10 now, Lions at the Bombers 17. Skinner. Tough to bring down as Skinner gets to the 10. Flag.
Don't know what he objected to, but he's going to get called for 15. And boy, at this stage of the game, really uncalled for. You don't need that. I mean, you have to wait till get him later. And whoever took a shot at center, he has to wait and get his shot back later on. I mean, this is crucial here. He just made a great run, and now it goes all the way back. I'm assuming it's Chris Skinner.
Well, we'll hope Jacques' mic works.
Number 20, the old lip reader, got him again.
You got him. Objectionable conduct.
Chris, you got to wait, get him later.
2nd and 15. Pow looks to the end zone, and Christensen has the touchdown.
Oh, what a catch. That is some catch.
Jay Christensen. 20-yard TD. Very quiet at Winnipeg Stadium all of a sudden.
Wow, what a throw. I mean, Joe Powell put it in the perfect spot, and Jay Christensen, with his height advantage, 6'4" over top of Dave Favell, the rookie, who was only 6 feet tall. He comes up with a sensational catch. Jay Christensen, of course, with the Calgary Stampeders last year, came to the Lions as a free agent. Larry Kaharich, very familiar with him, and that is major league catch.
Lou Pasaglia has his first point of the night. He is now 1 point closer to Dave Cutler's all-time professional football scoring record. TSN Game of the Week is close once more with the Bombers in front of the Lions by a touchdown.
Come out of the wet into a world that's more than dry. It's extra dry. Arid extra dry. Antiperspirant for men.
The Canadian Soccer League on TSN. Join us Saturday at 4:30 Eastern as Hamilton and London square off in the CSL Match of the Day. If it's great soccer action you want, it's here on TSN.
The Blue Bombers and the Tiger Cats on TSN next Wednesday, live from Ivor Wynn in Hamilton, 7:30 start Eastern Time. The Zatilny boys will be there.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
Wally for the Tiger Cats, Steve for the Blue Bombers.
Well, we've helped ourselves to heat up the rivalry on who's faster. I mean, we've talked about it. But Ticats got a big game in Ottawa tomorrow night at Lansdowne Park. Both teams struggling so far in 1990.
Well, how about the ageless Joe Powell, 35 years old, out of the game for most of last year, although he did dress for a couple of games for the Lions when Dunnigan was hurt, but in a backup capacity, he was really a coach in BC.
Offensive backfield coach in 1989, but he directed that drive, and the breeze is still pretty strong here in the third quarter, and well, you can see that arm. I mean, I'm so impressed. I mentioned it a few times, but it's worth repeating. You know, he has got a gun back there, and that's a beautiful drive he put together.
The kickoff. Returned by Hull, and Lee Hull is out to the 39. Stopped by Mike Marasco. Enter Dan McManus, who relieved Tom Burgess late in the opening half and got the Bombers' first touchdown. No scoring in the first quarter. The Bombers got 11 in the second, 3 in the third, compared to 7 for the BC Lions. So we're at 14-7 at Winnipeg Stadium. The Bombers first down at the 39. McManus to Matt Pierce. There's a flag down upfield, and Pierce is out at the 48. Interference going against the Lions would be the first indication.
Chris Major will be called for interference, so the play will stand, and that's a nice selection by Danny McManus. Everybody dropping deep, dump it off to Matt Pierce, let him run with it. Good call, good execution. That's pretty easy. Somebody missed the coverage out there, and Matt Pierce does a nice job, gets it upfield, and Danny McManus got the drive going.
19-yard pickup for the Blue Bombers. Matt Pierce gets credit for that. Cranbrook, British Columbia. Graduate of UBC, Matt Pierce. Bombers first down at the BC 50. This is Robert Mims, and Mims slices through the middle. What a great run by Mims as he crashes inside the BC 35.
Well, Mims has had good success, and we won't call a holding on Matt Pierce there, will we? But he opens up the hole for Robert Mims to get through 22 yards, and they have had some success running the ball on first down. They've really made a point of doing so tonight. Robert Mims enjoying a pretty good evening.
Another Winnipeg first down, this time from the 35. 22 more for Mims total. McManus gets some pressure and is hit as he releases that football. It's picked off by Norman Jefferson. No.
Well, it looked like he got it, but I guess he trapped it at the last second, Norman Jefferson. Tony Visco on the blitz gets some pressure on McManus, forces him to throw the ball a little short.
Well, it's pretty close. They really trapped the football, so no interception for Norman Jefferson. Back to 2nd and 10 for the Bombers. BC 35. McManus steps up and fires high for Lee Hull. Here comes the kicking team for the Bombers. Trevor Kennard has been good from decent distances tonight. Just from about 42 yards away. Perfect night for Trevor. And this one gets away from Trevor Kennard. Blocked. Winnipeg comes up with the ball. Jefferson got through to block it. Cochran came up with a recovery, number 16. So Cochran, a late addition to the Blue Bomber roster tonight. Frustrating time continues for Larry Kuharich at Winnipeg Stadium tonight. Bombers lead 14-7, third quarter.
Well, earthbound traffic is kind of depressing, kind of sad.
How far can a pilot go without a license? Is this far enough?
Why are they shooting at us? Well, they haven't gotten to know us yet.
Now Mel Gibson is taking him under his wing.
Welcome to the Orient.
Mel Gibson.
Hell of a rescue, huh?
Robert Downey Jr.
I thought you had this helicopter blessed this morning.
Air America.
Starts Friday at a theater near you.
This is the NFL.
This is big. Man, this is where you win a game, right here. This is why you lift all them weights. Hurry it up. Hurry. You better hurry. Pick it up. Pick it up. Touchdown. This is it, right here. Come on. Jeff.
Well, let's go back and have a look. Norman Jefferson comes in, and he did not get a hand on it. It was up the middle. Somebody got the hand on it. Nevertheless, they determined that the Winnipeg Blue Bombers recovered downfield, and they get a huge break, leading 14-7.
First down Winnipeg at the BC 18. McManus gets a chance to keep the drive alive. Robert Mims stopped near the 15.
Smart play by Anthony Drawhorn. He saw the pattern developing so quickly. Two outside receivers quick post to the inside. Mims goes out in the flat. They're hoping to take those defensive backs with them. Drawhorn saw it. He comes up, makes a nice tackle, and Danny McManus finds himself second and long, and the BC Lions really need to come up with some pressure here. Tony Visco's been getting close on that blitz.
2nd and 8. McManus in trouble, unloads. Touchdown. Rick House. That's 2
ground tosses for Danny McManus.
That's a nice throw by McManus. The pressure just a little late from Willie Pless, and Rick House goes up and takes it away from number 4, Anthony Drawhorn. His 3rd touchdown of 1990. Once again, that out-and-up pattern he is so famous for. Rick House has made that pattern famous in his 12-year career.
Well, Trevor Kennard converts Rick House's touchdown, and the Blue Bombers lead by 2 touchdowns once more, 21-7. Nice to have that experience inside with a receiver like Rick House.
He did a nice job adjusting inside to the football. McManus threw it to a good spot, but what is that blocked field goal that they recovered become even bigger now with the Bombers taking advantage and into the end zone for the touchdown. Boy, how the game can turn in a hurry. John, we'll be thinking about the turning point, I think, at some point in time, and it might be that recovery, the blocked field goal.
That set up a Blue Bomber touchdown. McManus threw that ball on 2nd and 8. So the Lions had forced Winnipeg into 2nd and long, but McManus converted anyway. And he comes up with a touchdown instead of the field goal. Got away from Darrell Wallace.
Decent drive, great pass by Danny McManus, shows a nice touch on the football as he puts it in the end zone. 18 yards in 2 plays, and Rick House looks like a born-again slot back, Leaf. He's playing great football this year.
Oh, he really is, Peter, and couldn't be happier for Rick. He originally came up with the Bombers, went to Edmonton for a while, now back and being very productive, and so is Danny McManus. 2 touchdown passes since he has come in relief of Tom Burgess tonight. These long scoring drives in the CFL, 2 plays, touchdown.
That's
2
right.
plays, touchdown.
And he's done it twice, 2 plays for the touchdown. All right, that kickoff went through the end zone, so it comes out to the 20 where the Lions have first down. Skinner carried. Out to the 30, a 5-yard gain.
It's only taken 10 years for the Wave to get to Winnipeg.
Now listen, you can't knock my hometown like that.
Oh, yeah, I can.
Any kid from Etobicoke. 21-7. Bombers lead the Lions. Pow, the quarterback, looking long, wide open. Emmanuel Tolbert. The race is on. Can Tolbert be caught? Dragged down from behind at about the 3. Darrell Sampson caught up to Emmanuel Tolbert, but Pow has the Lions on the march.
Well, the out-and-up worked for Winnipeg. Rick House on 2 occasions tonight, so Pow says, well, we can do that to them. He sends Tolbert on the out-and-up on Sampson. And 77 yards later, Emmanuel just cannot leg it out into the end zone. Kind of surprised he didn't get in there, but Joe Pow has responded, and the BC Lions offense find themselves knocking on the door.
First big play of the night for Emmanuel Tolbert. It comes at a very opportune time. A 77-yard pass and run play in combination with Joe Pow. The Lions, first down and goal to go at the 3. Greg Battle and Tyrone Jones close it out for Chris Skinner.
Ty Jones does a nice job slanting down from the defensive end spot. Watch to the right of your screen. He makes the initial hit. Battle straightens him up, and it is tough slugging to try and punch it in short yardage against this defense.
Half a yard the gain. 2nd and just over 2. Pow will throw if he gets a chance. Dropped it. Right there for Ray Alexander. He's dropped a couple tonight, hasn't he?
Well, he dropped that
Streeter. I'm sorry, that was Streeter earlier.
Well, not too many times you beat Rod Hill deep down in the end zone there in a goal line situation, but Alexander had. Pow threw it perfectly, and he couldn't come up with it. How about this for a gamble in the 3rd quarter?
I like this call.
Yeah, I do too.
Paopao will throw again this time. There's the touchdown, but a flag comes down.
I hope they're not going to call pushing off here, but be careful.
That would be just a little too much to take.
Yeah, they are.
Larry Kuharich.
Alexander went down to the inside, and he pivoted back to the outside with Rod Hill, and as he pivoted, he must have given him a push, and they're going to call it.
So Ray Alexander made the touchdown catch.
Yeah, it wasn't a pick. He broke down to the inside sharply and then did a pivot back to the outside. And they said he pushed off. But they're going to still gamble from the 13-yard line. See if you can see the top of your screen. Well, I guess he didn't even push off. I mean, I don't know. That's not a pick. That's a brutal call.
3rd and 13. 3rd and goal to go, and the Lions go gambling. Paopao steps up and fires. Knockdown. Dave Bovell. I didn't like the call on 3rd and 13.
No, I think at this stage of the game, you have to take your lumps and kick the field goal. But my, oh my, Wellesley, you didn't like that call. I didn't like the call on 2nd down, or 3rd down when Alexander scored. I mean, that wasn't a pick. Well, I think the refs blew one right there.
1st and 10, Bombers at the 13, intended for Lee Hull, and it was low from Danny McManus. But Leaf, if they'd taken the 3 points there, they're down by 11.
Oh, no, I agree with you at that point in time. Now,
Yeah.
take the 3 on 3rd
and
down.
13.
Sure, but I think they got jobbed on the call. Are you going to sit on the fence, or?
Well, I thought they got. I guess you're
See,
right.
I can never drag you down with me.
You're going up in smoke by yourself.
Wow.
Here's McManus going deep. The receiver fell down, and there is no flag. He simply fell down.
I just hate to see the guys get jobbed. You know, they worked hard to get down to the goal line there and made a gutsy gamble on 3rd and 3. And, whoa, what looked like an apparent touchdown was disallowed. And, well, that's tough on the players, tough on the coaches. Not tough on Mike Riley, though.
25-9:52 on hand at Winnipeg Stadium tonight. Better second half than the first was. 21-7. Blue Bombers lead. Rush was on, but Cameron got it away. Norman Jefferson on the return for the Lions. A little bit of a hole, and Jefferson gets across the 55 and into Winnipeg territory. The Lions will have great field position to resume their offensive drive when we return. The Bombers lead by 2 touchdowns at Winnipeg Stadium tonight.
In Canada, certain formal situations call for a dignified, refined approach. It's called playing it cool. Molson Canadian, the clean, cold taste of a genuine Canadian beer. What beer's all about.
Well, let's go back one more time and have a look at that apparent touchdown that was called back against the BC Lions. Alexander comes in, he pivots and goes to the outside. Now, that is not a pick. It's not close enough to be a pick, but that's what they called. And in my opinion, they got jobbed.
And I always agree with you.
Well, we'll forget about it for now, but Larry Kuharich, when he looks at the film, the blood pressure will go up by a large amount.
Thought he was angry on the sideline.
Yeah. Larry's going to come on the Make Leaf Laugh segment later on this year. Yeah, he is.
Has he promised?
He promised he's going to come on with me, and you're going to see a side of him that you don't see when he's roaming the sidelines. Pretty tough guy out there, yelling and screaming a fair bit, but there's a humorous side to Larry Kuharich that you're going to meet in the future on Make Leaf Laugh. And, I'm going to enjoy doing it with him. Larry is a good guy, believe me.
You gave the hat away a little easily tonight, I thought.
Did you?
Yeah.
Well, I got to toughen up a little bit on that.
Perry Tuttle told a story, kind of cute, but you didn't really laugh.
I think I got Grover Covington coming on next week from Hamilton. So, Grover, you better practice.
Lions begin at the 53 of Winnipeg. Great run by Skinner. He has a first down. Now Pow has really moved the Lions. Scored one touchdown.
Seems like they've had a renewed enthusiasm in the second half here. Great power running by Chris Skinner. He just ran over Greg Battle, and you don't see that happen too often. He uses his 220 pounds and nice hard running.
From the 41, another BC first down, and Skinner once more. He breaks another one. Lost the ball. And who's got it? The Blue Bombers. I think Tyrone Jones ended up with a football.
Well, tough to take as a head coach. You know, you got a guy back-to-back great runs in the strip. Number 35, Ty Jones, knocks it loose, and I think he was the one that also came up with the fumble recovery. He's off to a great season, Ty Jones. A couple of sacks last week in that big win over the Edmonton Eskimos, 4 on the season, and now causing the fumble and recovering it himself. The turnover story, pretty miserable for the Lions.
Robert Mims is stacked up on 1st and 10 from the 29. Second and 11 for the Bombers and Danny McManus. Lee Hull has another Blue Bomber first down. He's been a factor tonight.
That's really great timing between Lee Hull and Danny McManus. And, you know, they've probably worked a fair bit together so far this season, because Danny McManus would be running the other team's offense in practice, and Lee Hull would be probably the BC Lion receiver in practice when they prepare each week. At that time, he just cleared the linebackers on the quick post, and McManus with a perfect strike.
According to Mike Riley, Lee Hull is not fast, but he's smooth.
He looks smooth there. Nice hand. Boy, what a catch he made in the second quarter.
Mims again, and he's out near the 50. 49-yard line. And that is the end of the third quarter, with the Blue Bombers taking advantage of BC turnovers and leading 21-7.
A legend in country and western music, Stompin' Tom Connors.
At a girl turned out the bingo, and the boys are getting stinko. We think no more of Ingo on a Sudbury Saturday night. It's Bud the Spud from the bright red mud.
Stompin' Tom Connors has traveled the world over singing his songs of Canada that made him famous.
I am the wind.
Now, Capitol Records and Atlantis Direct Marketing present a special collection of his greatest hits. Stompin' Tom Connors, a proud Canadian.
When the big moon shines in the Maritimes on the old Atlantic shore.
Stompin' Tom's music reflects the true Canadian way of life and the people who share in it.
Katie Lang, so singer, please stay.
Stompin' Tom Connors, as a proud Canadian, would like to dedicate this new album of his greatest hits to all the people who share in our great heritage. This album is for you.
The best man in Ottawa was Papa Joe.
A great album by a great Canadian. Stompin' Tom Connors, a proud Canadian. 20 of his greatest hits on 2 LPs or 2 cassettes, $14.95. 1 compact disc, $19.95. Here's how to order.
Use your credit card and call toll-free 1-800-521-8883, or send check or money order for $14.95 for 2 records or 2 cassettes, or $19.95 for 1 compact disc, plus $3 shipping and handling to Stompin' Tom Connors, P.O. Box 600, Station R, Toronto, Ontario, M4G 4E1. That's 1-800-521-8883. Call now.
Live from Winnipeg Stadium, our TSN Game of the Week. The BC Lions trailing the Winnipeg Blue Bombers by 2 touchdowns. And we're ready to begin the fourth quarter now.
2nd and 5. Blue Bombers. Flags are down. Streeter makes the catch from Danny McManus at the 45. Looks like it's going against Winnipeg.
Holding Winnipeg 57. 2nd down repeated.
The passing of Danny McManus and the turnovers continue to be the story. 7 of them by the BC Lions so far. They got killed a couple of weeks ago by turnovers as well. It's a real problem for them, and it's something that Larry Kuharich has to do something about.
Doug Flutie fired 3 interceptions in the first half. He was replaced by Joe Powell in the second. For Rick House. It was 2nd and 16.
Well, Danny McManus has a 14-point lead and no sense on 2nd and 16 trying to force the ball in. Took a little yardage, give it to Rick House and Bob Cameron, who's the best punter I've ever seen at kicking it into the wind.
Well, he's had some practice here in Winnipeg. 11 years at Winnipeg Stadium. The wind has been known to blow occasionally here.
Yeah, like every day.
Great kick. Norman Jefferson at the 15, and there's nowhere to go. 48 yards for Bob Cameron, and Jefferson might have grabbed 1 as he fell down.
Well, he averaged 46 yards before that punt. He helps himself out a little bit, and that's into the wind. That's a great kick. The net yardage, he would be very happy with that one.
Well, if you'd like to ask my partner Leif Pedersen a question for the CFL report, there's our address, 1155 Leslie Street, Don Mills, Ontario. Drop us a line. Leif has all the answers about Canadian football.
Oh, yeah. Send me a tough one.
Joe Powell. Nice toss to Ray Alexander, and that gets the Lions out of a big hole. Out to the 42.
That's great catch. 6'4", 203 pounds. An excellent target for the BC Lion quarterbacks. And Joe Powell is really throwing the football well tonight. You can see that. It had to be in a perfect spot as the hit was coming from Dave Bovell, the middle safety. But Ray Alexander made the big catch. Led the Dallas Cowboys in receiving back in 1988.
25 yards for Alexander on the last play, and this one is tipped at the line. Mike Gray got his hand on it. Second time tonight he's had the big mitts on the football at the line of scrimmage.
Very good job by Michael Gray. Shenley rookie in 1985, then with the BC Lions. And that's got to hurt his fingers a little bit because Powell's got a good arm. Mike's got him all taped up, though. He's all right.
6'4", 255 pounds.
Good size.
2nd and 10 with Powell and the Lions now. Tight coverage. Sampson on Tolbert.
Well, Sampson got burnt in the third quarter on Emmanuel Tolbert down the sidelines, but that time he makes up for it, coming in on the hook pattern, works his way through the receiver, as all good defensive backs are taught, gets the handout, does not commit interference, and knocks the ball away. And you talk about a secondary that can play man-to-man. You're looking at one tonight. The Winnipeg Blue Bombers, Les Brown and Rod Hill, the corners, Petway, Sampson, the halves, and the rookie Dave Bovell in the middle. They are a good, well-coordinated group.
Steve Zatilny calls for it at the 25. Like a little water bug down there. Dragged down by Paul Wetmore. 12:26 to play on the fourth quarter, and the Bombers lead by 2 touchdowns.
Here's to McCain from the tiny and the small. For McCain Junior Juice is the best taste of all. McCain Junior Juice from Superb Concentrate is just enough juice and deliciously great. So let's have a Junior and drink from the box. Uh-oh, time to split. Here comes the fox.
McCain Junior Juice, the just enough size.
Stampeders hold a 1-point lead over Edmonton here in Week 5. The Stampeders, of course, play Thursday night at home against the Toronto Argos. Saskatchewan and BC follow behind. Rough Riders are really struggling so far this season. In the East, it's Winnipeg leading the way with 6 points and possibly picking up a little more ground on Toronto. Ottawa and Hamilton meet Thursday night in Ottawa, and they're battling for the last playoff spot, although, of course, it is early this season.
Well, there's Mike Riley. He's always done a pretty good job with the Blue Bomber football teams. Last year, they sputtered at the end of the season. They lose 7 in a row, closing out the year.
Closed out with 7 in a row losses.
But then they won a playoff game and made it to the Eastern Final.
They did.
Grey Cup the year before that.
I think probably the best trait of Mike Riley is his ability to assess personnel and make quick judgments. Of course, what you have to do so many times in the CFL with the injuries. Larry Carhart, he has his hands full in BC. Only 8 returning BC Lions on the roster this year. And oh, you just do not do it in 5 games. Blend all these guys together and expect them to be a cohesive team. They show signs. In fact, in the second half, offensively, have showed a number of signs that they are starting to move the ball a little better.
Danny McManus with the Bombers, first down at the Winnipeg 28, long and way long for any receiver in the area.
I don't think with a 14-point lead, Danny McManus should be taking a whole lot of chances here, and that ball was definitely a ball that had a chance to be picked off. Deep in your own territory, the own 28-yard line. Keep it safe.
McManus has the only 2 Blue Bomber touchdowns tonight. Second and 10, Winnipeg. And another off-target pass that Rick Ryan might have had a shot at. Flag is down. Fraction going against the Blue Bombers.
Holding Winnipeg 64, declined, 3rd down.
Lots of time for the Lions, Leaf. 11:47 to go.
Well, they should get the ball back in reasonably good field position after the Bob Cameron punt, although the way he's been letting them fly tonight at 45.4 yard average. Whew.
This is Darrell Wallace on the return, number 25, and there wasn't much room there for Wallace. Bomber special teams do a great job.
Yeah, they really do. That's been one of their features in the last few years, and of course with the offense struggling the way it has for it seems like the last 5 seasons, special teams and defense have had to carry the club, and really that's been their story so far after 4 games this year. Tonight the offense has picked up the pace slightly with Danny McManus and his 2 touchdown passes.
Bomber special teams have held returners this year to an average of 3.7 yards per return on kickoffs and punts. Lorenzo Graham out across the 50.
Good job by Greg Battle to get rid of the blocker and make the tackle, but time after time the BC Lion running backs are getting through the first surge of the front 3 of the Winnipeg Blue Bombers, and when the linebackers are making all the plays upfield, you know you're at least getting 5 or 6 yards on first down. That's a good sign. Battle, the runner-up to Danny Bass for the defensive MVP in 1989. Had a great year last year.
They give Graham a gain of 6. This is 2nd and 4 BC. Joe Pow to Ray Alexander. Alexander gets away from 1 tackler and heads to open field. Alexander, good speed as he gets inside the 25. Big play for the Lions. 36 yards for Ray Alexander, and he got a lot of that himself after making the catch.
Oh, it's a nice timing by Pow and Alexander. Break to the outside, and you really, if you're going to run outs on Rod Hill, they have to be timing patterns. You can't expect to turn him around and really beat him up one-on-one, but if you make the break and the ball is in the air, you have a chance, and that was a great catch and run.
1st and 10 Lions now at the Winnipeg 23. Pow will throw, and a flag is down. The intended receiver was Jay Christensen. And I think they might have
got Ken Petway with pass interference.
Put the hook on him just as Christensen made the break, and really a good play because that would have been a touchdown.
Forward pass interference, Winnipeg number 8, first down.
Jay Christensen, who has the lone BC touchdown tonight with a tremendous catch in the end zone, was running a post-quarter pattern on the blitz. Pow reads it, and he aired it out, but Petway slowed him down, got called. And really, I do believe sometimes there are good penalties. In that case, I think it was.
1st and 10. 1st and goal. Lions at the Bomber 10. Maybe 3 yards on the run. Lorenzo Graham.
I think there's no doubt if he gambled before, Larry Kaharich would gamble now, so they are playing 3-down football, hence the run on 1st down, because, you know, it is tough on 2 downs to pick up a 1st down running against the Winnipeg Blue Bombers deep down in their own territory. So obviously the strategy, 3 downs all the way in from here.
Second and goal to go. Lions at the Winnipeg 7. Pow, not noted as a runner, gets the touchdown himself. Joe Pow does not run the football very oftenly.
Oh, and not quickly either.
Great speed.
You know what? That was a great call. I mean, he spread everybody out. Everything was open up the middle in man-to-man coverage. There you see West going out to chase a running back, and Petway comes up with the hick. But Pow just ran over him, got in the end zone, snuck in there, and what a nice drive he put together, and has great courage as he sticks his nose in there and gets a touchdown. His first in quite some time.
Lou Pasaglia gets the BC Lions within a touchdown of the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. 2 points for Pasaglia tonight as he closes in on Dave Cutler's record. There's the hero of the moment, Joe Pow. He took it in himself for the touchdown. On the scoreboard
outside,
now.
Winnipeg number 10. Penalty applied on the kickoff. Convert.
21-14.
Awesome speed. Outstanding skill. Split-second timing. This is CFL Pro Football Spectacular, the funniest action video of the year. There's bone-crushing blocks, devastating hits, and positively brutal quarterback sacks. Pro Football Spectacular has it all and more. Legendary quarterback Ron Lancaster leads his all-blunder team through a fun-filled football fiasco like you've never seen. From a ripe tomato to very hot potato. From frenzied fans to the most fouled-up football you've ever seen, Pro Football Spectacular is definitely in a league all by itself. It's a video for serious fans who love to have fun. You can even check out the high-level strategy.
I'd like to buy a Pro Football Spectacular video. Yeah, me too.
CFL Pro Football Spectacular. Pure fun from quality special products, and it's only $19.99. Available wherever great videos are sold.
Good-looking drive by the British Columbia Lions, 65 yards in 4 plays, and Joe Pow takes a page out of the playbook of Doug Flutie. Calls a quarterback draw and beats Ken Petway to the end zone for the touchdown. You know, guys, the Lions have had 2 called back in this game, and that second one that was called back against Ray Alexander, it was a push-off, or it was actually a Tolbert knocked Hill down, and that's why they called the pass interference call on the ball that was caught by Ray Alexander in the end zone.
Well, Joe Pow has a couple of touchdowns on the scoreboard. He got 3 last week. 1 more, and the Lions are even. But it's the Bombers' ball right now, and Steve Zutilny on the return.
Great job on coverage by the BC Lions. Anytime you pin a team inside their 35-yard line, you've done a number. 4 points away for Louis. 2 converts tonight. Trails Cutler by 3. 4 to become, as you see, the all-time scorer.
And he missed 1 field goal this evening, but it was out of range, truthfully, for him with the problem he's got.
It was a hope shot. It was about 45 yards into the wind with a sore groin.
The Bomber backup, Danny McManus, has engineered the Blue Bomber touchdowns. McManus is down as he got the pass away for Lee Hull. Mike Henry.
Yeah, Mike Henry with the good pressure, and BC Lion defense that didn't get very much or little pressure at all in the first half on the Winnipeg quarterbacks now have started to come on a little better. Mike Henry, rookie from Sonoma State. And that, for all you people that don't know it, is in California. Free agent signing this year. Only 5'11", but 235.
2nd and 10, Blue Bombers at the Winnipeg 28. McManus to the far side and too high for Matt Pierce.
Is the game turning around just a touch?
Might be. Lion defense has come on, as you say. I guess more importantly, the Lion offense has come on with a couple of second half touchdowns. Eight minutes to go. Lots of time for the Lions to catch up. Here's Bob Cameron, above his average tonight. Norman Jefferson deep for the BC Lions. Comes short to Darrell Wallace, and a flag goes down. No yards. And Petway has had a couple of tough plays lately. So where will they spot the ball?
No yards. Winnipeg number 8. First down.
Well, that's costly. Look where the Lions are right now. Inside the 45 at the 42.5.
Since taking over the controls, Joe Powpow, 5 of 8, 175 yards, 1 touchdown to Jay Christensen, and of course the touchdown he just scored himself on the ground.
Chris Skinner. And Skinner is halfway to a first down.
Well, I guess he's coming back in again. The revolving door continues here at Winnipeg Stadium tonight. There, Tommy Burgess' numbers not too bad. Danny McManus came in, fired a couple of quick touchdowns, and now he has sputtered, so Burgess, we may see him back again.
We won't see Flutie for a minute or two, the way Powpow has moved the BC Lions.
Done a nice job.
2nd and 5 now, BC. Powpow, and he's picked off. Jones got way back in coverage there. Ty Jones stalls that BC Lion drive.
Well, he's not called upon to go back in pass coverage too often, but that time one-on-one with Lorenzo Graham, and I mean, you cannot be in better position. They teach you to stay on the hip, the inside hip of the receiver downfield. He's in perfect spot, and Ty Jones at 6 foot, 235 pounds, does a nice job staying with the running back and has his 2nd interception this season.
And that is 8 turnovers.
That's a huge play. You know, BC, it just looked like they were turning the momentum of this game around, and Ty Jones comes up with a big play as the defense has done most of 1990.
Burgess back in at quarterback with something to prove, and not on that play. High for Matt Pierce.
St. Mary's. Yeah, get it, baby. Hey, my boy, Jay W. here. Yo. You ain't tough, you know that. Hey, Bubba. Howdy, Junior, what's happening? Kids, everybody. Mom, niece, what's happening?
They've been playing side by side for a year or two.
Only been
Jones in his 7th season.
Only been an All-Canadian 5 times.
2nd and 10 for Burgess and the Bombers now. Burgess in trouble as he gets it away. And that'll be a first down. Harry Tuttle comes up with a big catch.
Ooh, that is a big catch. You're right, John. What, the pressure was coming and everything, and the last second, a la Tracy Ham. Tommy Burgess completes the pass to Perry Tuttle here. Nothing fancy, just a drag across the field. He is the outlet man, and he's able to catch it and run for the first down. That's a big first down. Gets them out of the shadow of their own goalpost.
And Winnipeg's first down in the 4th quarter. Robert Mims makes the catch. 6 yards on the play. Stopped by the tank, Mr. Landry.
BC Lions are very content at this stage to just rush the front four, and they're dropping everybody deep. Tom Burgess has recognized this. He is throwing underneath the coverage. He's had a couple of incomplete to Matt Pierce, but the last two is the strategy you have to attack this kind of defense with.
2nd and 4 for the Bombers, and Burgess will try and throw. He's almost intercepted. Norman Jefferson had another opportunity.
Should have had it.
I think that was a catchable football for number 12.
Well, the good news is, Larry, you get the ball back.
With 4:54 to go, so there's lots of time for the Lions.
Hey, they're taught to knock it down.
Seven-point ball game. The Bombers lead the BC Lions 21-14. Here's Bob Cameron. Nice long one earlier tonight, 56 yards into the wind, but the breeze had died down a bit. This is high. And this is Jefferson with nowhere to go. BC really haven't had any good returns on special teams tonight. Again, it is Tyrone Jones there with a tackle. The Bombers have the lead, but it's only by a touchdown with 4:31 to play in Winnipeg.
Oh, we've invited a number of people to our showroom to get their reaction to our new Suzuki Sidekick. I'm going to show them Sidekick's air-conditioned luxury. Then I'll show them how tough Sidekick is. Four-wheel drive, front disc brakes. Oh, and I'll show them how much fun Sidekick is. Automatic transmission, power steering, hardtop, or convertible. Then I take this piece of paper, I write down Suzuki's price, and hold it up like this. Oh, here they go again. Man, people really like these Suzukis.
Winnipeg Blue Bombers usually pretty good on special teams, but the 2 longest missed field goal returns for touchdowns in CFL history were against Winnipeg. Henry Williams of Edmonton 3 years ago, and Carl Braisley of the Argos about 3 weeks ago.
And the Giz had a pretty good run last night for a touchdown as well.
Boy, he works hard. He's fun to watch. I like that flip.
At the end?
Yeah, Bobby Layden, our statistician, said he didn't like the flip. I liked it. Thought it was good.
Not that easy
Colorful.
to do.
No.
I wouldn't think.
I wouldn't do it.
No, you wouldn't want to hurt yourself. Who are you playing tennis against this week? Do you have a chance?
I got a chance tomorrow. I got an easy guy tomorrow. I need a win badly.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
You really do. I'll be hoping for you.
Get that exercise.
Well, a touchdown separating the Blue Bombers and the BC Lions. The Lions are the only team to beat the Blue Bombers in 1990. And there's lots of time for a veteran quarterback like Joe Paopao to get the Lions back to even. They're down by a touchdown. First down, BC. Paopao safely to the far side. And stepping out, Tony Dennis.
Tony Dennis played with the Saskatchewan Roughriders last year, played out his option, and the BC Lions signed him as a free agent. And, of course, he is playing for Larry Willis, who was shaken up earlier, had the bad ribs, and then took the heavy hit from James West.
So a Lion first down, a gain of 15, 1st and 10 BC. At the Lion 50. Big charge on Paopao. He's down, and a flag goes down as well. But it wasn't in the area of Joe Paopao.
Well, you know, that's a pretty good call by the Winnipeg defensive coaches, because Paopao was getting in a nice rhythm, and they change up with the safety blitz. Ken Petway coming at the top of your screen. Paopao, no chance. In fact, I thought he did a great job to hang on to the football.
Holding 67 BC, decline, 2nd down.
So the holding call against Larry Clarkson, the left tackle, will be waved off, and they will take the loss on the sack by Ken Petway. First sack of the year, and man, oh man, quarterback pays the price when you don't get rid of it quick enough on that safety blitz.
And this puts a lot of heat on the Lions right now. 2nd and 17. Paopao needs to convert here. Out near the 50, a little short of the first down.
That's a super job by Joe Paopao. You know, he was anticipating what they call a 4-deep zone on 2nd and long like that, and he knew Tyrone Jones would have to get way out and get underneath the out pattern. Ray Alexander down the field. Les Brown giving him lots of room. He's able to make the catch, and they have got a shot at the first down now, only a yard short. But, you know, only a veteran quarterback understands what he expects to see in a defense, and he knew exactly the right spot to go to and the right receiver to put out there.
3:33 to go. Fourth quarter. Lions down by a touchdown at 21-14. Alexander's had a pretty good night.
6 catches, 117 yards. Take that one any day.
It'll be third down, but the Lions came back from 2nd and 17 for 3rd and 1.
Seems like BC Lions have had a lot of big plays tonight, haven't they? And boy, this one is crucial. 3:31 remaining. Trail by 7.
3rd and 1. Could be the Lions' last chance. Pow carries. I would think he's got it.
I think he snuck over that line.
Louis Pasaglia hasn't had a whole bunch of opportunity to catch Dave Cutler tonight. Coming into the game, he was 5 points behind. Pasaglia has 2 converts so far tonight.
Well, Winnipeg's pointing they got it. BC's pointing they got it. Jacques DeCarry will sort the whole thing out.
Harris will go nuts if he doesn't have a first down here.
This is close.
Lions got it. So back for the final 3 minutes at Winnipeg Stadium. Still a close ball game. The Lions are down by a touchdown, but they're on the move.
Give me the ball, give me the ball, give me the ball.
You got a thirst.
Give me the ball, give me the ball, give me the ball.
You know what you need.
Give me the ball.
More fluid. Helps provide energy to working muscles. Nothing cuts through thirst like Gatorade. Now when you citrus cooler flavor.
The Expos beat Pittsburgh 6-2 tonight. We'll show you Thursday night's game with the Expos at Pittsburgh starting at 7:30 Eastern Time. And the Blue Jays also won. They beat Detroit by a score of 8-3. Our next Blue Jays telecast will be Sunday at 1:30 Eastern with the Minnesota Twins at the Skydome.
Well, starting to rock and roll at Winnipeg Stadium. Fans get ready for the final 3 minutes. 25,952 here tonight, hoping for the Bombers' 4th win of the season. The Lions look for their 2nd win. And when Doug Flutie fizzled, Joe Pow came off the bench, grabbed a couple of touchdowns, came close to the 3rd BC touchdown.
Don't remind me of that one. But Joe Pow's done a great job. Ray Alexander has done a nice job. Well, you know, he had to pick up a little slack with Larry Willis out tonight.
Numbers on Joe, 7 of 11, 206 yards. 1 touchdown, 1 interception, and he carried for a touchdown himself. First down, BC. Pow behind his intended receiver, Lorenzo Graham. Skinner shaken up.
Skinner picked up Petway coming once again on the halfback blitz. Now that's how he was injured, but Pow knew he would have to get rid of the ball quickly. Maybe a little more time to set up than he thought he had, but with Petway breathing down his neck, let the ball go a little too soon. Chris Skinner, he's had a pretty good night running the football, and 88 yards on 13 carries for him, the graduate from Bishop's University.
Prior out of St. John, New Brunswick.
Pretty good music here in the stadium, don't they?
Good old rock and roll happening tonight.
Yeah, I like that.
I like it when you get up and sing. That's my favorite part.
Well, we had a great time at that, what do they call it, karaoke bar? And,
yeah, you were brilliant.
And we all get up, they play the music and have the background vocals, and you get up and do the singing. I wasn't bad, you were brutal.
2nd and 10. Lions at the 50. Big play here with time running out, and the Bombers defense comes through. Greg Battle led the way to Joe Paupow that time. 4th sack of the night for the Bomber defense.
Well, as they've done for most of the season so far, the defense really carrying the Winnipeg Blue Bomber offense in most games, and Battle comes through untouched. Somebody missed him up front, and Joe Paupow has no place to go but down. And we are close to crunch time with 2:42 remaining, and the Winnipeg Blue Bomber defense did the job.
And that's the way it's been in the Blue Bomber victories this year. The offense has sputtered on occasion. Defense has always held the team in the game. And here's Lupus Saglia kicking on 3rd and a bunch near his own 40. Bouncing back, taken by Les Brown.
That's a great job by Les Brown to get down and pick up that ball when it was bouncing around, not go out of bounds, stay in the field of play. Smart play. Mike likes it.
Well, he leads by a touchdown, and the Bombers will have to mess up here before the Lions get a real solid chance at coming from behind to tie this up and force overtime.
Mike's one of the few guys, few head coaches that'll give you the odd smile on the sideline, too.
Well, there's Steve Goldman.
Yeah, a little bit.
I was being a little facetious. Steve doesn't chuckle a whole lot down there. Robert Mims is tied up and forced back. 2:18 to go. Bombers by a touchdown on the BC Lions. Next week in Hamilton, the Blue Bombers and the Tiger Cats. That's Wednesday nights, 7:30 Eastern on TSN. Tom Burgess back in at quarterback for the Bombers. This could be a big play. Matt Pierce. And Pierce still going inside the 50. He turned Rick Ryan around twice. He's down inside the 30-yard line. What a great run by Matt Pierce. Nice hat on that guy. "57 yards, and that might just about do it for the Lions.
Well, not only was that a great play and a super call on 2nd down the screen, he didn't really get any great blocking up front. This was all on his own, but watch at the end. I mean, he really makes a smart play. A lot of guys might go out of bounds, but he cuts it back in and makes sure he doesn't go out of bounds to keep that clock moving.
1:37 to go now. Bombers lead by a touchdown and threaten to pick up points here. They're definitely inside field goal range. And Mims keeps the drive going with another 1st down. Inside the 20 to about the 17. 13 yards.
A pretty confident crowd here in Winnipeg. A lot of people leaving. Figure this one's over.
Total on the night for Robert Mims, 124 yards. This is Mims again trying the left side, and no go this time. Tank Landry was there, number 39. .104 to go. Gain of 1, 2nd 9 for Winnipeg. The Lions won't have much time if they do get this ball back. Looking to the end zone. Burgess for Streeter. He makes the catch. It's over. Nice to do it against your old team, too, Leaf.
Well, Eric Streeter's been looking to have a big night, and his second touchdown catch of the evening is a beauty. He waits and just out-jumps Norman Jefferson, who's had a pretty tough night on the corner out there. And he was in pretty good position there to make the play, but Streeter out-jumps him. Third TD of the year, second tonight, as you see, and he's got a pretty good smile on his face, and rightfully so. Well, you start deep in your own territory when you're leading by 7 and drive it all the way down the field to put the final nail in the coffin. Done a nice job on offense, and give Tom Burgess full credit. Good call on second down with that screen.
To Matt Pierce, that was the big play.
That was the biggie. Broke the heart of the BC Lions.
This is the Bombers' 60th anniversary here. They've got a little fireworks demonstration after the game.
Well, we're here. We always have to ask how the father is. How is Cactus Jack Wells?
Well, didn't play golf with him this trip, but
well, you're too expensive taking you over to the country club. You'll stay there for 3 days. And
I'll let him buy me lunch today.
Yeah. And he's in good health, good spirits?
Good spirits. In his 79th year, Cactus Jack.
All right.
Cut way back on his golf game. He's only playing 6 days a week now.
Oh, yeah. Well, no, you got to have 1 day to rest up a little bit. Well, there you see it. It was a close game for a while, folks, but now in the final dying seconds, the Winnipeg Blue Bombers put it away.
The Lions' problem all season has been falling behind, Leaf, and it is tough to play catch-up against a team like the Bombers with a great defense.
Well, the defense second in the league coming into tonight's action, and they have proved why they are so tough to play against. The linebackers, Tyrone Jones had a great interception in the fourth quarter, and so many turnovers have been really the story for the BC Lions. I mean, you cannot have consistency on offense and expect to have long drives for scores when you turn the football over so many times. In fact, 8 times tonight. Makes it tough.
Well, into the final 42 seconds. Slight delay with Norman Jefferson injured on that touchdown, with Eric Streeter caught in front of him. So Lou Pasaglia will have to wait another game to surpass the all-time pro scoring record. Bomber special teams are tough. It was John Ewell, who's in a backup capacity here tonight, putting the stop on Lorenzo Graham.
So Louis will have to wait till next week to break the all-time record of Dave Cutler. We have a couple points tonight, 2 extra points.
2 extra points. Has only missed 1 convert in his CFL career.
It must have been the holder.
I think it was. I think it was Pow Pow actually.
Happened in 1983. It probably was Joe. We'll blame it on Joe.
Lorenzo Graham tries to find a little open space, but the Bomber defense spreads out pretty wide at this stage of things with 28 seconds to go. 28-14. What's one step above a miracle?
I don't know.
Whatever it is, that's what the Lions
need. This was a joke.
Flags are down as Graham makes the catch and gets out to the 50. Roughing the passer on Jones.
You got it. Boy, you're quick tonight with these calls.
Major foul, roughing the passer, Winnipeg 35, first down.
Right on, Johnny.
It'll be too little too late, though. The Lions down with a first down at the Bomber 43. And Pow under siege again. He's down.
Leon Hatzianu, number 44, comes in a backup capacity. He comes up with the sack.
Into the final 10 seconds now. The Bombers are about to post their 4th victory of the 1990 season. Pow throws an interception on what should be the last play of the game. James West. That Bomber linebacking crew is something else. When you look at the way those guys are playing after this many years in the league. Ty Jones had an interception. James West had his 3rd just there. And the BC Lions finished with 9 turnovers.
Get him over here. Well, Mike has to be pleased. They improved their record to 4-1. He's atop the Eastern Conference, and I guess nobody around the league would have expected it except Mike Riley, that they would be in the position they're in right now. But the defense tonight played super. The offense just enough to get them by. Great heroics late with Matt Pierce, and of course the second touchdown catch by Eric Streeter. But full value for that 28-14 lead. Boy, you turn the ball over 9 times, you're gonna